How's that? Much better? Thank you, Goldie, for letting me know. Hey, Vegas. Hey, Charcoal Dragon. Welcome. How y'all liking the... Yeah, there we go. All fixed. All fixed. Rocking the new haircut. Thanks for sticking with that stream yesterday, guys. That was a bit different from the usual stuff. But I haven't really done anything to it today. I haven't put any product in. I should have done, but it looks good, right? Fass did an amazing job. What can't that girl do? What can't she do? That's the question. She can do everything. Very proud of her. But yeah, we're back to the usual stuff today. Back here, we're gonna do some programming again. We're gonna keep going on the swear jar. I know, right? She's a very multi-talented individual, for sure. So I should really just have a separate object for the to-do list, I think. It's gonna be a good idea instead of like the one that's built into this bar at the top right. Because I feel like I can move that around. That might even be a change that we make right now, right? Why not do that? We can separate it out as its own new object. I feel like it'll be better that way. So yeah, let's do that as a way to get started. First let's actually do our to-do list, and from there we can. So let's see. I'll jump on over to the heads-up display. Get rid of that. Maximize that. Zoom this in for you guys, and we can have a bit of a look at what was planned. Okay, change the stream with the URL. We've done that. We did our pling sound, though I think this still needs some tweaking. When you say, guys, we need to spend a bit of time here to get the pling working consistently, because I know that it doesn't always. Sometimes it it will play, and if two play consecutively, then it doesn't come through. So this needs work. And what were we doing? We were doing, next. We were doing the coin jar shake. I kind of want to leave that for a while, so I'm going to call that done. And then I think, we could work on a count of the swear jar, but I think let's move that into planned. No, that is planned for this stream. For now, though, what I want to do is I want to move this to-do list out into its own component. So, let's see. Actually, hello. We've got way more people in the chat. Oh, Fass has come through with the raid. Welcome, guys. Welcome, raiders. Good to have you all here. Let me get my chat and my alerts up so that we have that all properly ready to go. Thank you for the raid, Fass. How was your stream? I hope you had a really good one. It was, I know you were doing, did I see some, what's that new Marvel Rivals? Was it Marvel Rivals we were playing today? In the meantime, I made Fass a few snacks, and I did some gardening, and I talked to somebody. Hair looking sharp. Thank you, Jess. Much appreciated. That haircut is fire. When can I get one like that? Fass did such a good job, guys. It's ridiculous how well she did here, considering that she's never done a haircut before in her whole life. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure. There was one video where she cut her own hair, where she kind of like brought it to a length and then snipped it, which is, that's so not entirely true that she's never done a haircut in her entire life, but at the same time, she's never cut a guy's hair before, so glad that she did it. Gardening, I did go outside, Goldie. I touched some grass, or some clovers rather, annoying clovers that were growing in between some stuff, and I did some raking. And I cleaned up my room so that I've got it nice and ready for the next week. Oh, most of it. I've got some more to do. There's still not a lot of stuff here in Melbourne, honestly. There's a lot still to do. But yeah, welcome, guys. How was Fass's stream? What else did she get up to? I wonder if she'll swing by. I just left her with some food, so maybe she'll probably be eating that before she jumps up here to say hi. But yeah, the plan is, we were just going over the plan. A bit of Diablo. We've been talking about doing a Diablo stream, by the way, guys. We've been discussing the possibility of doing an old school Diablo stream, which I think would be really, 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 really cool. That was one of my all-time favorite games. Okay, you guys have heard about it already a bit? That's good. That's good. A Diablo LAN party, exactly like the old days. Like when we were younger. Hey, we've got a follow here from Tonis. Thank you so much, Tonis, for the follow. I really appreciate that. It's good to have you along, man. We're slowly growing. Just yesterday, we hit 300 followers, which is amazing. It's growing so fast. It's like we've been doing this really, like seriously, we've been doing it like 3 weeks and we've probably had 300 follows. So at that rate, man, we're climbing fast with the followers. I'm so stoked about that. Thank you so much, and thank you for coming along for the stream. We're going to be doing some programming stream stuff at the moment. We are making a swear jar for Fasffy. I feel like I should have done something to make this hair look better, because honestly, it looks so good when I put product in it, but I haven't taken the time to put the product. I need to show off Fass's work properly, because she really did a good job on it. So good. Let's go LAN parties. Hell yeah. LAN parties, but we don't have to drag around big old CRT monitors and like those big PC cases. Fass already has her PC case here. I stream from a laptop, so it's going to be easy for me to move around for the LAN party. We'll see who else comes on, and good chance we'll do some of it online. It wouldn't be a decent LAN without Voodoo coming along if we're going to be playing some Diablo, but we'll see if he actually chooses to, jump in, and I don't know, we'll talk with Voodoo about it. Voodoo has to be involved, of course, but it's not really a LAN party if you're not physically there, is it? You have to have the snacks, and you have to have they're like sitting around at a makeshift table and the trestle tables, and that's all part of the experience, right, guys? All part of the experience. Yeah. Well, okay, so like I was saying before, we are going to be doing some more coding this time. We're going to keep working on the swear jar, because we got it at a decent point, but one thing we did, guys, if you remember, we made it work for like any streamer ever. So when it's up as a website, any streamer will be able to just like jump on and use / their streamer name, and then it will automatically start working for that person. But I realized that's not a great intuitive user experience. What I kind of want to do is like have a landing page that says like enter your streamer name here, and then redirects a person to a different page. So I think that might be part of what we do. So I should throw that in the to-do list. This to-do list, this one up here, at the moment, I'm kind of like annoyed by how inflexible it is. So I want to just quickly, while we're here, I'll show you guys how I make this to-do list too. Because I know we've got a few people here who are streamers. I know like Lucario, for instance, you stream. I know sometimes Goldie, like if I have a look at I think you stream from time to time too. If your Twitch tells me truths and not lies, then, but the one way I've done all these like special effects in the background and stuff, I'm just doing it all with HTML and adding it as like local files for browser sources. And I feel like it's a pretty cool way to customize your stream. So you don't stream, Goldie? Okay, maybe we were joking about rating you one time. So Soulsy streams? Yeah? Well, look, if you guys care about HTML, it's actually like not just for making websites. You can make your stream HUD. This whole HUD around us is like, it's HTML. You don't have the confidence for that? You should, Goldie. You're so active in the chat. You have good things to say. I'm sure people would like, I'd raid you. I'd stick around and hear what you have to say. But not yet anyway. Well, these things, they take time. Just like work on it. It's like, resistance to nervousness when doing public speaking, for instance. It's just a thing you've got to do. You just got to keep doing it, and then you get better at it. So might be an idea. Just try a stream. You'd like, could be good, but yeah. So okay, so I'll show you what we're doing to get these effects around us. And what I want to do is I want to detach I really just wanted to detach this to-do list from the rest of the HUD. And so right now we've got completely wrong project. I don't want that one. I want this one. So I've just put it all in just like a really simple index.html page, guys. So everything that you're seeing around us, it's like, you'll see that at the top, the time refreshes, that's just like this. And the other thing I'm doing is, if I go and write code, it automatically refreshes so that your stream refreshes and I don't have to do anything in, Seb is looking good. You mean the haircut? I know, right? I know. It's because I have such a good barber, guys. I have such a good barber. That's why it looks good. But okay, you can see kind of like the code here that's saying, what we're doing. And yeah, so what I want to do, I think, is split out this from the banner, because there's a banner in here too. This info bar, I think, let's move that into its own completely separate element. Though it's so simple, but let's separate them out anyway, because at the moment I think I want to be able to move the to-do list around independently. So what we're going to do is say, please split the code, and yeah, you can read it, for the to-do list out from the rest of the website. I want it in its own dot index dot html page. And yeah, let's let it have a run at that. How do the transparent areas work? Oh, OBS only shows the divs. Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right, Jess. It knows like what is the background, and it seems to like filter the background of the, of the body out. So even though it's white, this shouldn't be white. Technically, it should just be like no color. But even when it's white, somehow OBS knows to remove that color. So it ignores that entirely. And that's how we get our transparency. So let's see. Okay, to do index, and do we have this stuff checked in as code? We don't have this source controlled, maybe. I think maybe we don't. So before I go and make these changes, this is the thing, right? If you are playing with AI, it's really valuable first to understand how to, oh look, is that, yep, we've got a, Goldie, we've got a first time chatter who's up for a ban. Steamboo is a banned word. I don't even know what it is, but must be a bot. This is why no names are available. Thank you, Goldie. Straight onto it. This is why first time chatter. Frickin' hell. This is why all of the good Twitch names are gone. It's because there's a billion bots out there just stealing them. Okay, caffeinated. Let's see. So what I was saying is, if you guys haven't learned source control, it's IKEA sucks. What happened, Fast? They still haven't delivered it? I feel like we could have a hate on IKEA stream and everybody would get on board. Oh no, I'm running out of space. Okay, so yeah, before I accept any of these changes, what I need to do is source control stuff. So, I'm just gonna make sure that all of that is undone. I'm gonna open the folder for this, and then let's just we'll open a terminal here, and I just want to check if we've got. Well, I see that we don't have Git, so excuse me. Git status. So what I'm just doing here, guys, is I want to track the changes as I go. If I'm working with an AI to like collaborate and do code, it's going to have some. You're in mid-call with a lady, your phone disconnected because you are on hold for 2 hours. Oh, that's right. Fass has this thing where her phone won't keep a phone call for more than 2 hours. It just like switches off for some reason. I guess it assumes that people would want to speak for more than 2 hours. We've had many a long phone call that went for more than 2 hours, and exactly on the 2 hour mark, it's just like, boop, cut it, which is really frustrating if you're on hold for a really long time. How did they not think that through, Fass? That's so stupid. Mid-call with the lady. Maybe you'll get through. Maybe they'll let you through the, look at all those bless yous. Thank you, guys. Thank you. They might have disconnected the call. Nah, it's a thing with Fass's, thing. Bingewood, I am. I'm helping create Skynet. It's true. Yeah. I'm feeding the AI. I, for one, welcome our robot overlords, and I am feeding the AI with my codes and teaching it. But yeah, it's the phone provider thing for sure. It cuts off most the it cut off at the most difficult part. I hope the lady didn't feel too bad. Maybe they'll let you straight through again, fast. Maybe they like track the numbers that are calling in, and they'll like, you know, if your phone gets disconnected, they can know that you were on a call and they can reconnect you potentially. Just give it another go. I hope you don't have to wait another 2 hours. That would really suck. You can come body double here if you want, but sometimes they call back. Yeah, maybe not IKEA. That's right, Jess. I think you're onto it. Okay. What I was doing here, guys, Git is like superpowers for if you want to change code and undo things, and that's really helpful when you're working with AI, because AI will make all sorts of errors, and what I want to do is like track the changes. So we've got our heads up display for the stream. I'm just gonna git add index, and that's gonna be like staging my files. If I go git status, it's gonna tell me that there's a new file, and then I can say what that file is. So I can git commit, give it a message and say initial heads up display. And then from there, what will happen is if I can let AI I can let it have free reign, because I know that if I break something, what's going to happen is I'm going to be able to pull those changes back from here. So it'll do its thing. It'll make some changes. I'm using Builder, so Builder's going to go and like change the code for me. And then when it's done, I'll be able to jump to Git and actually, so it will tell me what it changed, but I'll be able to jump to Git and have Git tell me what it changed as well. And so you can see it added a new file here. So it also, I hope it removed a bunch of files from here as well, but we're about to go see. We'll go see. And I think even the preview is going to work quite well. I mean, stupid that it tried to run this as a, like that port is ridiculous. But if I go git status now, what you'll see is it's added a new file, and it actually hasn't changed. If I accept all these changes, it hasn't changed anything. But what I should be able to do now, if I open this path, if I copy this path and then open it in Chrome or something, we will see, hopefully we have our to-do list separated out from the rest of the stream, which is exactly what I wanted. Now this means I'll be able to work. And you know what? I'm going to fix the structure a little bit. And also I want this to auto refresh in the same way that the last page did. So we'll pull that across. I mean, back to index, and then it has this, where is it? Oh, it's locked up. Here. If I put that in here, this was really more for that than anything else. Now what I'm going to see is when it refreshes, I refresh the page, it all draws, and then every 5 seconds it should go about now it redraws. Yeah, so it just keeps it a little bit more interactive, makes it change a bit. And so now what I can do is add this as our browser source. So in OBS, all right, are you guys ready for infinity? Actually, hold on. Maybe it won't. No, it is definitely going to be infinity. We're going to get some looping, but you'll see. All right, infinity time. Whoa. Now, what I can do is in working, I'm going to be able to, oh no, let's not do that. In working, I can add browser source. I can go sudo list, and from there I can go local file, and then I can browse to the path of the file we just added. 800 by 600, I feel like, no, 1920, 1080 to match my resolution. And now if I do that, now the to-do list is going to be much easier to manage. And the next thing to do is drop it from the, so there we go. So I'll be able to now to like turn this off and on independently from the rest of it. So off, on, if I ever need it. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty handy. But you know, I still want the top bar. In that top bar, you can see I've kind of cropped it now. If I uncrop it, and I think we might even have our to-do list left in the index, unless it's already removed it. I don't think it has though. Updating the clock, and yeah, it's still got our to-do list in there. So it's hiding behind, in OBS, it's hiding behind chat. So if I go like move chat out the way, you can still, there's still that's the Swear Jar's to-do list. I'm gonna now remove the to-do list from this page. So now remove the, sorry, I'll put chat back where it's good. Now remove the to-do list from the index.html. Yep, so we'll let it run that change. All right, hold up. Sorry, I've been messing with my Windows, so I've let chat go for a little while without reading it. But Bingewood giving some bits. Holy crap, thank you for the 100 bits. I really appreciate that, Binge. That's awesome, man. And you know what? Last stream, actually, I feel so bad about this. Last stream, something was happening in my with my activity feed, and I didn't see that you guys were donating bits like the whole way through. So, Jess, thank you for the 100 bits that you gave. You said fade all over it, and you gave another 100 bits just with no message at all, just for funsies. I really appreciate that. And you're here too, so I get to like recap, go back and say thank you because I completely missed it. And you gave the bits for 100 bits too, completely missed that as well. So like, thank you so much, man. You're like, Jess, your contributions to the last stream did not go unnoticed. I like at the end of it, I was like, face palm. I wish I'd had the chance to like thank you properly then. And I didn't get to do that, so really sorry, but thank you so much for the 300 total bits, and just now Bingewood for another 100 bits. Thank you so much, man. It means the world. Like me getting started with this streaming thing, it's like it's working because of the generosity of you guys like coming in and doing that. So are we cooking nachos as per my code? Correct. We will be cooking nachos in gratitude for. Yeah, hold on. I mean, look all the way over at the bottom. Nacho cooking stream for. Hey, and it's J Frost XS. Thank you for the chat, first time chat message. Thank you for coming by the stream, man. By the way, J Frost, I noticed has done like he was a big supporter of On Point during development. Thank you so much for all the like you downloaded the game. Whoa! Holy crap! There we go. Bingewood for giving subs. Another 10 subs on top of the bits. Thank you so much, man. Like, the bits were enough as it was, but throwing in another 5 tier 1 subs on top of it, really helping out the community there. That's amazing, man. Thank you. That's huge. That's really huge. There's so much support going on. Bingewood, you did need to do that. I really appreciate the subs. And now we've got another 5 subs and another 100 bits. You're just coming in and dropping these things on me out of nowhere, man. I really appreciate it. Look at that. The stream elements is even working. I got to get that way up on top so that it doesn't get drowned by the rest of the. Let's see. Is this our alerts? Yeah. Thank you so much for those, for the subs and for the bits. Dude, it really... What kind of nachos are we talking about? We'll be making vegan nachos so that Fass can partake. Fass is going to be om-nom-nomming on the nachos too. I can't go making nachos in a way that she can't have them. So they'll be vegan nachos, but they're going to be like with vegan cheese. They're going to be super cheesy. They're going to have some mincy stuff in it. It's going to be so good. But yeah, okay, so hold on. Thank you, by the way, JFrostXS, I noticed that you supported On Point over and over and over throughout its development. I think you got the game, you left reviews on Steam. Those things really, like, they mean a lot. I think you were one of the first people to get in and do that support in a way where it wasn't like you'd been given a key or something. You did it just because. So that was awesome. Thank you so much, and welcome to the chat. And thank you for coming along, man. Great to have you here. And I saw you on Fastest Chat, and I went and I did a follow for your account too, because I see you're also another streamer. You're a fellow streamer, and that's awesome. So great to have you in this community. And yeah, I mean, it's been so great. It's been so freaking amazing. Bingewood, thank you so much for the cheer and for we've hit that sub goal. We are now officially 50% of the way to the sub goal that I had set there of 1,000 subs. Boom, and another cheer with another 100 bits. I don't understand anything you're talking about on stream. I think Kaz needs to hear, as she would understand. She absolutely would. That woman is a very intelligent person. She's, actually, I was talking to her, and she was saying she spent like a lot of her time actually writing a profanity filter, in her professional capacity. So it was, she'd actually be a good person to look at the things we're doing, and she'd be able to come in and say like, oh, you could do this that much better, and you could do that. Maybe we could even make a GitHub, and she could jump in and do some of her own coding to help the stream if she wanted to. I don't know. I think that'd be really, really cool. Handtack, you're so right. God damn it. I always forget to do that. I always forget to change the stream ahead of starting. We're not doing haircuts anymore. We're showing off haircuts for a little bit, but we're not actually doing the... Yeah, that's my bad. I'm going to change that right now. So let's see. Oh my God. So we're making, let me show you guys. We're making an AI swear jar to catch my sister Fasffy. Oh, look. To catch my sister Fasffy swearing. Excellent. This can actually go to the right category. We're going to software and game development. Software and game development this time. Okay, thank you for flagging that, guys. I really appreciate it. All fixed. Done. We're in the right category again, guys. Did the swear jar work? Bingewood, what are you doing? Stop it. You're just making it rain, biddies. You're just making it rain, man. Oh my gosh. Thank you, man. What's going on? What can we... Yeah, and Sly with 1,000 bits? Guys, what are y'all doing? Let's go. Jeez. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. This means a lot. I'm going to have to set up some on-screen things so that we can see, the goals getting done and stuff like that as they happen. Oh my God, and another 1,000 from Sly. What's going on? What are you doing, Sly? And one for my hairdresser too. Oh man, I'm gonna get those 1,000 bits, and I'm gonna get something nice for Fast as a thank you. She already had a big hug, and thanks for not butchering my hair so that I had to shave it. But she's gonna get, thank you, Sly. I'll make sure she gets something nice. I'll make her lots of nice tea or something and remind her that it's from you. Thank you. And actually, I think we're even doing a hype train now, aren't we? A hype train has officially started. So Bingewood getting it rolling and Sly giving it a good push. She's a good egg, that sister. Yeah, I'm more like she'll keep me around, right? Because I'm the one here coming from Brisbane to Melbourne. So it's... Yeah, it's a handsome haircut, isn't it? Don't you think? Semtex, giving a tier 1 month to Bingewood. I mean, abso-freaking-lutely. That man deserves a sub after coming here and dropping a bunch. And Jess, dropping bits too. What are you all doing? This is if this all had happened yesterday, you might have got my hair shaved. You realize that, right? We're up to level 3 hype train with another sub from Handtack. Thank you. It's I guess we've been doing this for like a month now, right? Is it like officially a month that I've been here in Melbourne doing these streams? Because that's kind of a milestone, don't you think? And it means, because there's no way that Hantak wasn't already subbed, right? So that's amazing, guys. Holy crap. Thank you. Jay, oh my god, this hype train is going to keep on moving with this rate. It's another 100 bits from J Frost. Thank you, man. How you doing? How you doing, by the way? Like, I feel like the support you showed to On Point, I think you even like, did you make some content about it, J Frost? That's, I know that you were commenting on you were like giving it like positive reviews and you were getting involved with it. And I saw you active on the Steam community. That was really awesome of you, man. Thank you so much for doing that. 6 days till your sub expires. I think I subbed on the second day I was verified. Nice. Yeah, absolutely nice. You might have been one of the people who jumped in and subbed before I even did a stream where I was verified. Sadly, I have limited options for international payments, but recently Twitch added a domestic one. That's awesome. That's good. That means you'll have more ways to support your streamers, you know, the people that you like. That's really, really awesome. I think my resub is in like 2 days. Yeah, like don't feel obligated. I feel like I need to buy you a sub to this, Goldie. You just help out so freaking much. I feel like you shouldn't need to be subbing to you put in the work, man. That's worth a lot. Sound alerts will make you money. Yes. I need to do that too, Benjwood. Do I have those off? Are there no sound alerts working right now? Because I did configure them in Stream Elements, but maybe they're not functioning. There was like the sub one I changed recently to like the Metal Gear Solid alert sound, because that was like, I don't know, I feel like a nostalgia vibe is a really good way to go. It's kind of like 8-bitty in its own way. But Jesus, no sounds. I don't know why. I'll look into it. I might even like get Fass in to help, but Goldie, you subbed for 6 months in advance. When you did, it's all good. Dude, thank you. And look at this. How's this, guys? Like, just jumping in to do some programming already with a Hype Train level 4. That was freaking amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who jumped in and contributed there. Thank you so much, Benjwood, for getting it rolling. Thank you so much for Sly coming in, and then Semtex, and then Hantak, and JS Frost. You guys all, like, the contributions you guys are making this whole thing viable. I've got like a lot going on in my life, and so taking time away to do this streaming thing, it's like, it comes at a significant, like, in a sense, it comes at a significant cost, but having this community of people here is really like making me want to stay in and like lock down and keep doing this. That's amazing. Bingewood, again! Keep my mouth out of your name, unless it's nachos. I love nachos. We'll be doing a nacho stream. I just need to coordinate with Fasffy, because I think she's keen to do it too. So yeah, I'll absolutely be doing that. In fact, it's been too long. It's been a fairly long while since the thing that made me say we were going to do nachos happened. So I actually really need to get onto it, especially before next week. Me and Fasffy are both going to be going back home to visit family. Our dads, like our stepdad's turning 70, and so we're going to be doing a bit of a celebration there for that. So we'll be away for a while, so I need to make sure I do the nacho stream ahead of that. But Bingewood, man, top contributor for this stream for sure. There's a lot I have to do to enhance this stream, by the way, guys. I have to get a whole bunch of stats and statistics up on this thing to show like all the people who are contributing, the sub goals, the biggest supporters, all that stuff is really important. And I've been slipping on making that happen. It's an important part of building a community, but yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for all that support. That's really, really amazing. Yeah, make sure I wish him a happy birthday from you guys. We can do that. We can absolutely do that. I'm going to need a list of all the people in the community that, yeah. Goldie, I thought in India we had a payment process like in the United States or other countries. But when I talk to people, we really just have a lot of restrictions and closed systems for security. Yeah. Bingewood, I'm not a vegan, but like I feel as though when I'm here in Melbourne, I'm like when I shop and stuff, yeah, geez. Hype Train got to level 4, guys, at 26%. of level 4 as well. You guys contributed a total of 7 sub gifts and 2,600 bits. That's a lot of bits. That's so many bits. Okay, hold on. Can we open let's open the thing. Let's see. I've opened it. Hype chest is on the way. Oh, how do I get back? I want to get back to the chat. All right. So you can tip base codes using that link. I didn't even know that was a thing. True. Thank you, Bingewood, for thank you for calling that out. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's really, really interesting. But yeah, to answer the question, no, I'm not technically a vegan, but now that I'm here in Melbourne and hanging out with Fasffy, I feel like every time I go and make a purchasing decision, I'm like, you know what, I should do this in a way where I can give some to Fass, and so then I'm also buying vegan things, and also like she's sharing a lot of her like microwave meals and stuff, which are all vegan. So I'm basically a vegan. And there we go, guys. We got a little new emote for that hype train. That was awesome. I don't know what it is. A mega malep, mega. But yeah. All right, cool. Oh my god, the donate button isn't working. Bingewood. I probably need to set it up still. I still need to set that stuff up. I haven't done it yet, but thank you, man. You just keep it coming. This is crazy. Lots of little bitty donations. I really appreciate it. That's like, it's all adds up, man. That all adds up. You tried to donate to me a chicken sandwich. I mean, there's probably a chicken sandwich worth of bits here. I still have like, there's such a layer of abstraction between what those dollar amounts are and what the bits are. So I'm just still like, I'm not wrapping my brain around it yet. So I'm just like I'm very gracious that anybody is here supporting me. So thank you so much, guys. It's really, really good to have your support. It means the world. It means I'll be able to actually just keep streaming and doing things here and making games with you guys. So super appreciate it. Super appreciate it. And yeah, we got to a level 4 hype train, which was awesome. That's so cool. 1,000 bits is about $20 to buy, Jess. Yeah, okay. I feel like that level of obfuscation, as a game designer, I've been a part of the process where it's like, you give us real dollars and then you get gems and then you can use those gems to buy things, and the design of those economies is often intentionally obscure. They do their best to try and change the way that you can do your thinking about that stuff. And for some reason, I just like, it doesn't sit well with me to do things like that. It also doesn't sit well with me that you guys might be watching ads on this channel. Like if I had a chance to create content and run it, you know, it's like you guys have probably noticed every time ads come up on Spotify, I like switch to it and pause. And I don't know, it just doesn't sit well with me. I need to buy it, I understand that, but you know, support the artists and all that. But like, I don't like to think that you guys have to you know, to subscribe, not to see those ads. I wish there was some way around that. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate you guys subscribing all the same. It means a lot because it does go to supporting what we're doing here. And it goes to supporting Fasffy stream with things like the swear jar. And down the line, if it's successful, it's going to go to supporting making new cool games that I want to make with you guys. So thanks for all the donations, and thank you, Bingewood. Yeah, I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot. It means a lot. Okay, so we have our to-do list now. It's a separate element that I can move around, which is great. But it hasn't been removed from the last system. So what I need to do with this, so let's, yeah, this is the nice thing. I can just turn that to-do list off now. And I can also like put it in chatting. Actually, that's something I'm gonna do. We're gonna copy our to-do list, we'll paste it in chatting, and we'll stick it like here. So when the other one gets removed, we still have our to-do list. And we can also then like, maybe we'll even make a planning thing where I scale this up. And I say like, okay, what are we planning? And we talk about our plans and stick it like that. So that's part of the plan, to plan. But step one is probably now remove the code that causes the rendering there. So let's see, I'll stick this to the left so that you'll have a nice little window to see what's going on. All right, so with this, I've just instructed it to remove those changes. I'm going to accept that, And then let's have a look at Git and see what changed. So we can go to the index.html and see what changed. So it seems like it removed the thing that automatically refreshes, which I'm okay with. Then it removed the code for, yeah, that seems good. I can stick with that. And so then that means if I save and apply these changes, we should now automatically have seen that it's going to have removed, you know, I can do this on the command line, but I can also do it with fork. And I used to be like really like everything must be command line, especially when I'm on Linux. But you know, in this case, we've got one solution. I don't even want to add it to fork. So we can keep tracking that. So we've got our index, and in theory now, might need a refresh, but it should be automatically refreshing itself. If I hide this small chat, we still have it hiding back there. So I'm curious what's going on. Have we accepted the changes related to it? I think we have. Info bar, we've got the clock. Yeah, there's nothing here left related to it, so we are just gonna have to force this to refresh. You love Linux? Yeah, I also love Linux, Fizz. I probably should have set this whole like OBS setup on Linux. That would have been a smart thing to do. Because then I would have been able to like set everything up there. But I also want to be able to play games with Fast now and then, and that's still the one thing Linux isn't doing great. It's yeah, it's the browser source, Jess. Yeah. Hold on. So if I refresh the HUD, let's see, refresh the browser cache. There we go. Now we've removed it. That's excellent. And I can independently turn the to-do list on if I want to. And stick that up here. And that means I can switch it off and scale it more easily without scaling the rest of the UI. So yeah, that's good. That's good. I think we're in a good spot now. Crazy Mer, Mr. Brobeans, Mr. Chat. Oh, is this Milady? Is that M dash? Just breaking a lurk to say hello and goodbye. Heading out for Dungeons and Dragons with friends. The swear jar is a great idea. Crazy Mer, thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate you breaking out of the lurk and saying hi. I know there's a lot of lurkers. I look at that and I see that there's a huge number of people who are doing that. And it's really cool to engage you in some like dialogue. So thank you for saying hi and saying something. If you ever want to do that, especially if you're trying to learn and you want to understand what's happening, super ready to do that. Hey, and another first-time chatter from Fegas. Thank you, Fegas. We've got another lurker coming out to say hi. That's good. That's really good. Jess, it looks so clean and nice. Yeah, I'm glad you guys think so. I do want to like give you idea of what I'm doing and like what's been done and what's planned. Because yeah, there's some really cool stuff going on as we work, and I think when you work, it's easier to stay focused, especially when it's like easy to get distracted in a chat and a stream like this. It's really easy to get distracted and sidetracked when I have to stop and like talk to you guys. Not that I like dislike doing that, but it's hard to stay focused when doing that. And so having this on screen, like having something like that around so that I can, when I'm done talking, kind of like shift my attention back to it, it really helps me. So yeah, okay, so we've got it all on screen, and I think we've made some improvements to it. Next time you'll be more interactive. You've been too busy this morning. Have a great weekend. Crazy Mer, like you can lurk 100%. Lurkers are still welcome. I'm not saying just because you're here you have to say something, but I really appreciate when you say hi. How's it going, Feggers? Welcome. And hey, so Feggers, you know Goldie already. I'm guessing you're one of the OG FAS community. That's cool. Welcome. I'm trying some different stuff. We're making Faster Stream better with some AI swear jar stuff. So on that note, we've got our to-do list improved. I mean, hold on. The other thing I've got here, which is probably still wrong that I should update, is stream. I think we say it's stream 5. Yeah, this can go. We're still just working on the AI swear jar. We're so past having like a specific stream number. We've been doing lots of streams, so. All right. So with that done, let's switch context. Let's go to our, let's see, the stream tools is what we've named the other project. And so with that, we'll zoom this in so you guys can see what's happening. We're not going to be using this all the time, really. We'll just be using it occasionally. But where most of it's going to be taking place is here in Rider. So let's boot Rider up, and we'll open up the stream tools. See what's going on, where we were at. And the plan, if we refer to that, is to... The plan's to, well, put a count on the swear jar. I think that's a really good idea. This was one of Fasffy's suggestions, guys. She's like, you need to, you know, it's cool to have the coins in there, but you actually need to see the number as well. So let's see. Bingewood, is that not working? It's possible that hasn't been set up and isn't working yet. I need to look into it. Maybe Goldie, if you have some ideas. I know Goldie has permissions inside of Stream Elements to do some stuff, but yeah, it hasn't been set up. It's okay. We're not really here to get donations. We're here to just like build a community. I appreciate you guys spending your time. I appreciate the follows. We'll set things up so that we can do donations and stuff later. We don't need to do that. It needs to be linked to my PayPal. Yeah, I'll do that some other time. Jess. And yeah, thank you, Bingewood. I really appreciate it. It'll go on my to-do list. It'll go on my like personal to-do list. I've got this. I like lists. I'm a person who likes lots of lists, and so this list is going to get my, you know, we'll set up the PayPal connect with Stream Elements. Done. Noted. Now we've got that on our to-do list. Binge likes buying streamers food. Oh, well, I like eating food, so that works just well. I'm pretty sure Binge tried to buy a steak one time when on Fasffy stream. That could be really good. Okay, hold on. I'm just being told that there's Stream Elements is telling me something weird, but yep. Add text to speech and 7TV also. Okay, you know what? While you guys all have ideas, I'll put these all on my backlog to-do list. And we can, so improve stream, we're going to indent that. So what's this other thing that we need to do? We need to add text to speech. I have a cool idea for text to speech, guys. Add text to speech and 7TV. I don't know what 7TV is, so we're going to research 7TV. It allows all the emotes. Right, I know Fast was using something like that, but I have this idea, guys. What I'd really like to do with the stream is make something that reads chat and then speaks it out, so that I don't have to be like coding and looking here and then looking across to read what you guys say all the time. And so, Bingewood, dude, I would so appreciate some food on many other occasions, but right now, Fast was nice enough to make me some. So I am hungry, but I'm also nomming, and I really, really appreciate you, man. Like, thank you. In future, if you wanna enhance the stream by adding some deliciousness, very, very welcome. And nachos are coming later. You can see it right here. We're gonna do a nacho cooking stream. Nacho made some like huge contributions to this stream when we first got started. It made me like realize that this thing is possible, and he's got his own nacho emote as a thank you for what he was doing. And yeah, big thank you to everyone. I'm actually keeping like track of everybody's contributions and stuff like that. And I hope to do things like making custom emotes and making things that recognize people. You know, like we made a fishing mini game as part of a game jam a little while back. And like Nacho got his own like goldfish character in the game. I'm really excited to make games that involve you guys and bring you guys into the creative process, and also like commemorate your contributions in the way that we did for Goldie and his goldfish. And by the way, like, check it out. We've also got Goldie's Goldfish in the chat. So thanks for helping out, guys. But yeah, okay. So for now, I'm focusing on getting the AI swear jar working. The thing that I want to do there is, all right, here we are. And our to-do list at the moment is getting the count on the swear jar. Let's start with that. And maybe the first place to begin is in design. We should do some designs. So let's see. First things first. We should... Ooh. So let me head to base code. Let me have a look at... So I need to find the art reference that I had. So let's just get a number going for a start. That's probably a good step one, right? Doing well, thank you. Welcome to the chat. Ahoy there. How you doing? Like, first time chatter, doing well. I might have seen you around before. Are you? Yeah, so many people from Fasffy chat. Good to see you, and I'm doing well as well. Thank you for thanking me for preemptively asking you. How are you doing? You're doing well? Excellent. That's a great name. Very positive attitude. I like it. So yes, let's go. Where are we at? So, binge word. What the hell? 8,500 bits for a future stake for Hunter and Barrel, not covering the full amount. Bingewood, dude, thank you. Absolutely. I mean, that might even cover the full amount. I can go get a really nice steak from the butcher and like cook that up and season it just right. Dude, thanks so much. 8,500 bits. I feel like I'll get a very nice meal out of that. Dude, thank you so much. That's huge. That's really huge. Here's a future steak. I will enjoy that very, very much. He's the Bit King? Yeah, no doubt. Holy crap, that's huge. Bingewood, thank you, man. Yeah, I'll enjoy that a lot. Thanks so much. I mean, Fast won't partake in the steak, but definitely I'll be enjoying that 100%. Because yeah, like I said, not a vegan. Okay, Goldie, thank you. Yeah, go ahead and lurk. Thanks for hanging out and being active in the chat. And yeah, don't feel like you have to do that all the time. You're such a great mod, Goldie. I don't need you 100% focused 100% of the time. Absolutely cool. Go do your thing. And we'll do our thing. Wow, yeah. Thank you, Bingewood. I know that I can't like... It's like, it's the best reason to be distracted. You're a great distraction, my friend. Thank you. And a follow from Doing Well, thank you as well. I really appreciate that, Doing Well. Now I'm doing even better now that you're following along. Yeah, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Okay, where are we at, guys? We were trying to put a counter on screen here. And I feel like we've already got... So let's just run it so you all can see where we're at with this. So we got to the point where we have a web server that runs. You can boot it up and then you can go to a particular streamer and it will like do all this fancy stuff in the background. It will connect to the stream. It recognizes when the streamer is active. It connects. It does all the fancy AI interpolation. And then it does this warming up phase where like for some reason Twitch sends through some, it sends through noise instead of like actual, it sends upbeat music gets sent through instead of actual text. But then eventually you get this feed and then it's going to interpret the text. And where we're at with this is we have this swear jar. And eventually if Fasffy says some stuff, no, Doing Well, thank you. Twitch is not transcribing this. We have our own AI doing it. So we're using an AI called Whisper AI to get the transcription. And we've written all the code to read the video feed and do that stuff. So that's what this project is. That's a project I'm playing around with right now. So if I said, for instance, if I was to say, fuck, shit, bastard, fuck, what we would get is It's a little bit delayed because we have to wait for the signal to go off to Twitch. It has to get broadcast. It has to come back down to our computer. It needs to get parsed. And then, boom, we get the words interpreted and we get coins in the jar. Yeah, so that's the tool that we're working on so far. Fast pointed out that Bingewood, yes, I'm a robot brother. This whole stream is actually an illusion. I'm really an AI. I'm not a real person. But yeah, okay, doing well, thank you. You're Aussie and you swear a lot. But what happens if you swear? No, so far, oh my God, Bingewood, that's a good idea. Bingewood, how about we make a second swear jar that listens to chat and it does the profanity filtering on all the things that you say. And then you could, like, the chat could race the streamer. Huh? That's not a bad idea. That's a cool idea for the backlog, right? That's a really cool idea for the backlog. You know what, actually, that's such a good idea that I think we can... Ideas is profanity filter for... hold on, this is... Where are we? Need to... That's pretty cool. I like that idea. Binge idea. That's a cool one. We're going to do that. We're going to do that eventually. I'm a curse to dev streams. I think of 999 features. Yes, the trick is to, when a good feature idea comes along, stick it on a backlog so you don't get distracted by building it right now. But also, also so that you can not forget good ideas. Yeah, that's basically it. So if Fasffy swears, it adds 5 swear tokens. Chat gets 0.5 negative. I don't know. I feel like there's some balancing necessary to make this work, right, Binge? We're gonna have to do some balancing to get it right. A mystery word set by the streamer. If anyone says it, you get a giant coin. That's a really cool one too. Doing well. I like that. The other thing that I think is a good idea is allowing streamers to... So when you stream, it's very hard to be articulate. You need to do your best to ensure that your... My filler word, for instance, is like. I say like a lot. And so you'll see that like comes up a bunch already in the chat. And so what I could do is, instead of filtering for swear words, I really could be... There we go. I could be filtering for like. And like. And then like saying, okay, I just did it there accidentally, not intentionally. If you want to improve your speaking, you can be like, how well did I do this stream? Like, how articulate was I? How much did I say my filler word? So there's all kinds of cool things. Another really cool thing that I could do with this, eventually, if I can get this fast enough, if this was running on your stream, guys, like the time that it would take to... The timing of this text is actually in time with when the video arrives. There's almost no delay, like a little bit less than 1 second delay between when something gets said and when it comes up in this chat stuff here. And so I could, in theory, be doing something that makes this work as a accessibility tool. So hearing impaired people could make Twitch more accessible. That would be an absolutely cool and interesting way to make this whole thing function. But yeah. Just some guy, you're in here. Wow, those underscores. I never noticed those underscores. Is this like an alt account, just some guy, with a bunch of underscores that wasn't already there? Yeah. But chat swears more than Fasffy? Yeah, that's fine. Chat can like, maybe something like, if she has to donate at the end of a month and the donation will be the difference in like swear words spoken by chat and swear words spoken by her. So like, if you guys say a swear word, then she doesn't, it like offsets her swear words or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It'll be fun anyway. Any person's chat would be spammed with profanity. Yeah, but then they don't have to do, maybe they're trying to make their chat more family friendly, right? It could be a way to disincentivize it. I don't hate robots. Please don't kill me when your overlords come take over the world. Please let me live. Bingewood, I, as one of the AI overlords, decree that you shall be spared. But no, not really. I don't know. AI could go in any number of weird ways. Maybe it'll help us. Maybe it'll end humanity. We'll see. You can make a streamer swear jar and a chat nice compliment jar. That's a good idea. That'd be some interesting sentiment analysis, just some guy. Like, but at the end of the day, the swear jar is supposed to like disincentivize a person from swearing. Yeah. Your code is showing, Brobot. Yep. I must feel naked here. Exposed. Uncovered. Brobot's a funny nickname though. That's hilarious. Bro Beans, Brobot. That's good. Have I ever done Arduino programming? Yeah, I've done a fair bit of Arduino programming, doing well. It's really interesting. I would like to make more devices and integrated devices, but yeah. All right, where are we? Oh, that's interesting. Look how the AI actually, it's self-censored. Maybe that shouldn't be allowed through. I don't know if that should be working online. But yeah, just to illustrate, I haven't been swearing, but now if I go and say shit, fuck, cunt, that's a bad one. That's a really bad one. We don't say that often, but it'll catch it. It'll catch it. So here we go. Oh, it said count. It was so bad it didn't even get it. But it should have 2 coins for that one. Absolutely it should. But yeah, so it's kind of working. But what we don't have, guys, there's this number, the current count 6. I think this needs to be on the jar. It needs to appear on the jar. And so that'll be our next task. Our next task is to add a counter to the jar. So where are we? Let's go to our jar first. So in our components, I don't know if we put it in pages. I think we did. We put the swear jar there. And then for each reported swear word, it's printing it. This is another thing we have to figure out how to do, how to illustrate the swear words which have been caught. But let's not worry about that for now. Right now, it's this count. I want to make this count render in some way that is on the jar. So our jar needs a counter. So maybe we should pass it in as a parameter. The number of coins there is already being passed in, so we can use that actually. We don't need to do anything new with that. Let's see. Self-censoring can be good. Yeah. A diagonal piece of tape with handwriting font. That's pretty cool. We can take the optional, in case somebody wants to put a semi-transparent text over or something. We could definitely make it optional crazy. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a good point. So let's do that. So we should say, make a parameter, public bool show count, and then we'll make it a property with get set. And then we'll default it to false, or actually we'll default it to true so that people don't need to switch it on. It shows by default. And then after that, if they decide to switch it off, then it won't, it won't show up. So the other thing here is, I mean, I don't necessarily think we need to write this one out. This is a pretty simple and straightforward thing. Let's head over to the AI and see if it can do this for us. So, the other thing I want to do is, before we get too far into it, I want to make sure that we are saving our changes so that new things, okay, everything's checked in. This one change we've made is the only change, which is good. That suits us quite well. You should keep a product backlog, and then we can do polls in chat. Abso-freaking-lutely. I would really, really like to do that, by the way, Sly. I mean, we can do that right now, actually, about the, how do we do this? What's the best way to manage this? I know Goalie's actually lurking, but this could be a thing that where, like, it's going to be hard for me to maintain a backlog while also coding and responding to chat. But I mean, we kind of just added some things to our to-do list anyway. So maybe we need to, yeah, it's a good idea. It's a really good idea. We should maintain a backlog, and I want to be listening to your ideas and adding those. So let's see, let's get our tasks up. And we'll make a new list, swear jar improvements. And I'm just going to move the, okay, here we go. So this is something we should probably do at the start of stream, right? Is say, okay, what things should we do? And what are cool ideas? Because the profanity filter for chats text is a good one. You should keep a product backlog. Yeah, so let's just keep it simple for now, Sly, but it's a really good idea. We should do that here. All jokes aside, your code is really creeping me out, and I'm gonna lurk for a bit. Okay, all right. I didn't mean to creep you out there, Binge. Thank you for the steak. I really appreciate the steak, Binge. I'm gonna enjoy that. I really appreciate you doing that, man. And it's more than enough. It's more than enough. I'm gonna go to a butcher and make my own steak and season it and cook it just right. Really appreciate it. That's the project manager in you coming out. Yeah, absolutely. You need to stay on top of these things, or the scope just blows out way too fast. I might need a helper to take care of some things. Yeah. Thanks for hiding the code. I didn't like seeing the robot code brobot. Binge, like, if you need to, I'll hide it. But like, code is what I do. We like code here. There's gonna be more of it. I'm not gonna lie. The Google Sheet and then give Goldie access to edit. That's definitely one approach, Sly. We could do it like that. With the options, you should. So one thing I want to do as like a, so like, maybe actually this can be renamed to like ideas. One thing I want to do, guys, is I want to have something that reads out text, read chat aloud, but then also the cool thing with this, I would like to do it in a way where chat can choose their own voices, so that you guys can like. There's something called 11 Labs, which I've really enjoyed playing with. 11 Labs. And if you guys haven't seen this already, it's like, we can do this, right? Let me just pause the music. You can do this. This time is fine.
Hey there, I'm Al. What brings you to
what are you doing? This.
Hey, this is someone in chat saying something.
And so what you could actually do is like I could maybe hook into this.
For contacting 11 Labs support.
And we can. There's a whole bunch of different voices that we can choose, and so it might be possible to connect it through so I don't have to keep switching and reading chat. Chat could get like read through to my headphones so that I can hear it, and then I can just like be working and chatting at the same time. And just by using that API, I think that'd be really handy. And the other thing I would like to do with like chat enhancements, hold on. Chat enhancements, and then read chat aloud. The thing here would be that could be a thing. And then the other thing I'd like to do is like allow me to add nicknames for people. Yeah, and notes. That'd be really handy. Because then, I think that'll make it easier as a streamer to manage what's happening here. I'm really realizing how much has to happen. Like, I look away and I do this, and already I've missed so many different messages, probably like 6 or 7 messages, and I don't want to miss a thing, right? So if I did something like this, I feel like maybe my streaming experience would be better. Hey, it's Nacho. Welcome, Nacho, to the stream. Can I get some nachos in the chat, guys? How you're doing, Nacho? Welcome, welcome, welcome. a lot of people have been asking about the Nacho cooking stream. It's coming. It's coming. It's not been forgotten. Trust me, Nacho. It's not been forgotten. Damn firewalls ain't what they used to be. No, it's true. Firewalls ain't what they used to be. People think they do a lot more than they do, if I'm being honest. Let's see. It doesn't have a senior in case someone writes an unhinged a censor in. Yeah. Okay. Well, yes, I guess it would. Jess. We'd be already doing like the profanity filter. There's an idea there for some other stuff. You don't want to miss a thing. Good song. True. Speaking of songs, we got rid of 11 labs. Let's put the music back. Big nachos. Absolutely. Okay, so once we get a backlog going, we kick off each stream with a sprint planning session. I mean, you're kind of joking, Sly, but that's what we've done every time. I don't know if you've been here for the start of every stream, but like Vegas and Goldie can tell you, the first thing I do is this like thing up above us, right? This is kind of like our backlog and to-do list. Like planned is our backlog right now. In progress is what we're doing, and we even have like a record of what got done throughout the stream as we go. So yeah, we are kind of doing sprint planning at the beginning of every stream. Twitch already has a profanity filter, so that's just reading chat, so it should be fine. Yeah. Penny's probably absolutely right. Penny's right. We don't necessarily need that. But yeah. Okay, so with the jar, we've got our count, and if it shows count, which was a good idea, we don't necessarily always want to show it, then we can, all right, hold up, that can go away, we're after this, so yeah, let's do a new one, over the, I want to add text that renders over the jar. The text should be large and centered. It should also the value of the text should be the text should only show if show count is true, and the value of the text should be numcoins. Let's see how it goes. Are you nice? You're missing a D. Is that what he said? That's what he said? No? Maybe? Welcome to the chat, first time chatter, are you nice? Good to have you along. I'm guessing you're one of the many lurkers who's been along for this ride so far. Thanks for coming forward and saying something. And for catching that problem. Good to have you here. Outline text can help with visibility. Absolutely, just on Guy. In fact, we're going to change this text so that, I mean, there was a suggestion to make it be like on a piece of like tape that's stuck to the jar, which I think is a really cool idea. One other idea would be that it could just be like etched into the jar as if it was part of the jar itself. But I think I like the tape idea even better. That's really cool. Who came up with that? That was a good suggestion. Yeah. Okay. Let's review the code. Code review time. If show count, position absolute. Let's get rid of this. Transform. Yeah. I mean, I don't like the style being like this. We probably, I want it to use CSS here. Instead of inlining it. In fact, I'm going to tell it to do that. If it looks good. If it looks good, we're going to ask it to fix that up. Because this is just gross. How am I supposed to read this? First, let's see if it works, and then let's fix it. A rerun, please. Oh, I said damn again. Outline text, yeah, Bro Beans, are you able to see what type of AI is running in the background of Twitch? Like the swearing and DMCA filters, or is that hidden? Night Streamer, that, like the the swearing filters, it's not probably going to be what people think of as AI today. It's just going to be code. It's going to be code. It's going to be some stuff that does sentiment analysis, which is kind of a little AI-ish, but it's really just like putting words in a giant matrix and then like putting them out spatially and then using that to get that. Could be as complicated as it gets. It's probably not more complicated than that. It's probably like if the string contains one of these, it's like this. This is all that our profanity filter does, and it's so simple. It's so very simple. That name has to change because that's not a good class name. Sorry, not a good DLL name. It's just like a list of stuff, and then we can just say like, if does this text have that word, and if it does, then it's profane, right? The DMCA filters might be a little more complicated or different, but who knows? Who knows? Okay, so it needs some adjustment. I think it still needs to, for one, it needs to move down. Let's test if I mean, we can see it from the code if it connected in the right way. Numcoins, yes it did. So, all right. So clean this up to use a class instead of inline CSS. This up to use a class instead of inline CSS, please. That will be neater, far neater. And then we can, I think we'll reduce the size of it, we'll move it down, and I think we'll put it on a piece of, we'll put it on a piece of like tape, right? Like Scotch tape. Is that what it's called? And that should have been like that. Let's see what it comes up with. No. It's going way in the wrong direction. It's trying to put it in like a CSS file. No, you don't understand. Reject that. You kind of, that's the thing. It's like AI can do some amazing stuff, but if it doesn't know what it's doing, it can go quite wrong. So this needs to go down here. Like, see down here? Why did 4.1 go so far off track? Ooh, that's interesting. I don't think I've tried Sonnet 4. Should we give this a run? See if it's any good. This inline CSS needs to be moved down into the styles. Let's try that. Move down below into the styles as a CSS class. Please do that. Hey, Sean the sheep bar moo. Welcome, dude. Dude, you need to implement interpretable AI. And thank you for the follow, by the way. Thank you. Like, come along for the ride, man. We're making some cool stuff. We're making an AI swear jar. You've probably figured that out already. I know a third-party stuff is trying, but you need to understand the black box. Yeah. Cool beans, man. Yeah, so interpretable AI. I think I know what you mean, right? Sean, you're talking about you're doing machine learning for fraud, but first principles. Yeah, machine learning is very much like a black box. It's very hard to understand. All right, we're not waiting for that. No way we're waiting 300 people to get our answer. I'm happy with 4.1 for now. It's done all right so far. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. 4.0 is actually decent for this as well. But let's try 4.1. No, you know what? 4.0 is good enough and it's fast, and this is an easy request. So yeah, let's go with that. 4.0. Machine learning is very much like a black box, right? They just like, the machine just kind of thinks and then it spits a result out, and it's so hard to understand how it came to its conclusions. And when you're doing things like profanity filters, like, you may as well, you're going to get far fewer false negatives, or false positives, making making a system that's simpler like the one that we have. In our case, we're also just trying to evaluate single words. There are all sorts of complications that can come into this where, okay, it's made some mistakes here. It did need a separate style section. We already have a perfectly good style section. Let's put it, we've got coin, we've got our animations. Yeah, let's put it all the way at the end. So some good examples of why profanity filters are hard to implement. I mean, Castell was actually telling me this exact same thing recently. She was saying, you could say something that's actually really mean, but isn't explicitly like, you know, if I told somebody like, go home and drink, I don't know, drain cleaner, I'm essentially going like, go home and kill yourself. That's a pretty rude and profane thing to say, but it's going to pass most profanity filters because it's not explicitly rude, right? It's not explicit. It's really rude and cruel, and it's not something you would want somebody saying, but it's very hard to build, you know, like AIs, especially like LLMs. They are good at that kind of stuff, like intuitive stuff, but it's, yeah, exactly, Jess. It's not explicitly profanity. But you need to account for it if you want a good system. We're not trying to build a good system. We're just trying to catch swear words, which makes our job way easier. Okay. Let's rerun that. Here we go. She's so nerdy. She is, but in the best way, right? Like in that really smart, nerdy way. Why are there two now? Did it, instead of refactoring, make a stupid change and put something else in there? What happened? What the heck happened there? Glass tint? Yeah, that's fine. Show count. Why are there two numbers showing? This is appearing... Oh, here it is. It threw it down the bottom. That's not what we wanted, but that's fine. It didn't even get rid of the old one. We can do it. We'll just do it ourselves. That's fine. Rerun. We're going to have to be careful about checking this coding, guys. It's done some funky stuff. We'll have to make sure it hasn't made any other noise in the process. Alright, come on. Rerun. Yeah, the context of the words is important. It's the context that makes it, you know, that makes it rude or not. There are some words that people treat as just inherently rude, but, you know, what's that Simpsons episode where they talk about the history of the word, like, what was it? We'll pull it up. That's one thing I don't like about doing this, like, stream to catch the profanity filters. Like, I'd actually like to reduce the amount of profanity in my stream, but this makes it really rude just because we're talking about swear words all the time. But, excuse me. Alright, where are we? Okay. So there it is. We've cleaned the code up a little bit. Let's go have a quick look-see at what actually changed. Little changes like this annoy me, guys. See, the AI put that in, but there's no good reason. There's no functional change. In fact, it's less intuitive. Why would it remove that space? It makes no sense. So one nice thing about, you know, our fork is like you can just select one line and be like, no thanks, that was silly. Okay, yeah, so this is looking good. So now we can start to look at this. Position 50-50 puts it in the middle. So it actually needs to be further down. It needs to be further down than that. Let's go to writer. Work on it here. It needs to go at least another. So where's its CSS? Switch coin. We want this. We want to focus just on this O, the coin count. Coin count text. not the x-axis, we want the y-axis. And I do think it's actually going to have to read rather large, right? It's going to have to be big. So we don't want to scale, we don't want to transform that at all. That translate can become 0. In fact, this can be translate x. Rerun that. And then we'll have it nice and centered. Give it a solid review. You also just lack unit tests, but that's okay. Oh, Jess, honestly, this code, I would not give this a solid review. I don't have tests. I've just been moving fast. Like for a thing like this, I'm just going to be fast and dirty until it's working. And then I'll spend a lot of time once I have it functioning to polish it up. And I know tests are something you're supposed to do along the way, but in this case, I'm just trying to move quick. And, you know, it's also not that entertaining for me to be writing tests all the time. So, yeah, we're moving carefully. Sorry, we're not moving carefully. We're moving quickly. So let's go. Okay, so that's a little bit better. I do actually feel like a little higher might be good. -8 pixels is what we had. So let's, what was it, 8%? Yeah, we can go with that. So that'll move it up a little. And now we need to, I mean, what's this color? What if we just bring up paint, trusty old paint, make this teeny tiny canvas and paste that. So I think we probably should try and get it to be this color here. So we want that color. So I think to make text a particular color, you just go, oh, there it is. Color 222. Interesting. Let's just check here. 222. Yeah, instead, if we make, no, that's way too, it looks now like it's engraved, but at the same time, this needs to be a fair bit darker to really read well. So I think the idea that we had before, where we're going to stick like some tape over this, might be the way to go. Yeah, I think so. So let's go and see if we can revive the prompt that generated the jar image in the first place. So, okay, here it is. This was our, I mean, this is not a bad idea to have something like this just like floating above it. What do you think, guys? Can we do something like that? Or should we do it with like some tape? So, remove the words from the image. Add a bit of like just a ribbon instead of tape. Ribbon's a cool idea too, just some guy. Make it much darker, then add 75% transparency. 75% transparency will like, that's a good idea. Yeah, it's a really, really good idea because it's going to then show the coins like behind it. We've also got that jar, the tester as well. Test, what do we call it? Jar tester. So we've got the 10 coins there. We can see what this is going to look like. I think we need to like make it a more, I mean, it'd be cool to warp the text so that it wraps a little bit around the jar. The other thing that we can do here is... Yeah, you know, now that you mention it, just some guy, that might actually be... I don't want to like hide the coins since that's such a cool part of the design. The fact that the coins are in it. Maybe it doesn't matter though. Let's just try it. A bit of tape to the jar with the number 10 written on it. See how it goes. A ribbon instead of tape might be a good idea. Yeah, you thought that you might come to this conclusion that would hide all of your coin animation and stuff. I mean, it's not a bad... Sometimes, like, if reading the number... Like, Fasffy's idea about reading the number is important, right? And you shouldn't be too precious about the work that you've done. Like, the fact that it's there and then it's covered up, sometimes that can be a cool part of the aesthetic anyway. Snolzy, how you doing, man? Is this the first time you're chatting today? I thought you were in the chat earlier. Or maybe we were just talking about you instead. But welcome, welcome. Alright, here we go. We've got a new design. I kind of like the, like, clouds and stuff behind it. That's not bad. But look, that's actually really nice. That's really, really nice. I think that's a cool idea, right? You were here earlier. You're just saying hi. Hi. Welcome. Good morning, guys. Stray, welcome. How are we all? We're good. Look at my haircut, Stray. Look how good it came out. It's the next day. I haven't put any product in, and it's like, how good is it? It's come out really well. It would definitely be cool, like as an option thing, so that you can mess with the aesthetic of the jar, so that everyone looks a bit different. I'm totally with you, Crazy. I think configuration would be really sweet. But again, minimum viable product. All these ideas take time, and so we have to focus on like the basic ideas first. She did nail it, didn't she, Crazy? It looks so good. I'm so stoked with it. It came out really well. Okay, I think this is a cool idea. So now let's just narrow in on the. Now just render the tape with no jar and no writing on it. Yep. I wonder how we can curve text in CSS. Let's have a quick look at that. Curve text along a path. No, oh. I think curve is not the right word. It's maybe warp text. Warp text with CSS. Text, no, not wrapping. Not warp. Is it misunderstanding? This is like wrap. It is. I actually meant warp. Warping text using. Yeah, this is what we're looking for, guys. This is what we're looking for. Yeah, we can continue. I think I have a GitHub. I haven't signed into that for a while. Gee, pretty weird to see. I haven't been in GitHub since AI happened. That really must have tanked GitHub's numbers. Okay, so yeah, we want to do something like this. Okay, I think the AI might be able to do something like this. It's a good idea to come back to. Okay, that looks pretty cool. What happens when it gets big, though? You know what, though? I'm down. We'll run with that for now. We can run with this. Number tape. Number tape with an R. Yeah, you can go away for now. Let's get rid of this. And in our images, let's stick it there. Number tape, and this can actually go. This was an idea, but we'll circle back to it. Where was I actually using that? that can get switched off. I was thinking about how hard it would be to wrap it around the jar. Stack overflow coming in clutch. Yeah, you can make it wide easy. Cut it into 3 pieces. I think what I'll do to warp it is like probably use SVGs to do this. So you can like SVGs are just like they're just like what are they called? Not XLS. They're like internally they're just that Microsoft serialization format with like it looks like this where it's got little elements and stuff like that. We can get it to generate a curved piece of writing and then have text inside of it. So yeah, and just do it with vector graphics essentially. So it'll be an SVG, we'll get the warping in the SVG, we'll make that happen with SVG's effects, and then we'll inject our own little text, like for the number, into that object, and then hopefully it will render in a way where it looks warped. Maybe that's just way too complicated, but we'll see if it takes a little bit of time to do. If it doesn't take long, we'll just go with that. I think that'd be a cool solution. Okay, so we should check in what we have, because I think we're at a good point. And then let's work on the number tape. So, number of coins, and then here, let's see, that can go across to, where are we? We are here. So up here, behind this element, I want to render this image, and that might actually be enough. That's pretty simple. No, don't do that. I don't want to upload the image. I want a reference to the image. File. Okay, yeah, file. And then that is number tape. Yes. Alright, let's let that run. Hard but cool way to do it in JavaScript. It renders the text to a canvas and manipulate that. I've done this to allow me to fully customize how text looks. It's a good idea, Justin Guy. If I wasn't working in Blazor, I would do that. Unfortunately, in Blazor, JavaScript is not that easy to run. You have to like use an interop layer, and you have to put it in like this JS folder, and then you have to call the class, and it's just like, it's too much trouble. That's one thing I don't like about this, is the JavaScript isn't as easy to run as it could be, which is unfortunate. But it's a good idea, and maybe we'll use it as a fallback. It's not that hard. It's like, it's probably a smart way to do it, but yeah. Okay, the other thing that seems to be missing is it's not doing any of the positioning, and we didn't ask it to. So, I also said behind this element. What was I saying that for? So that was a mistake. In front of this element. Let's see. Oh no, it's behind that. Yeah, behind this element, but in front of the jar. I want to render that image. What else what other context do I need? Hey, a new follow. Thank you so much. Great to have a follow here from Adian. It's awesome to have you along. Am I getting the name wrong? Adian Gamon. Adian Gamon. Welcome. I need practice learning these names. It's a skill. Being able to just like take a person's name and read it real easy like that. It's a hard thing to do. But welcome to the community, and thank you for the follow. We're just coding up an AI swear jar here. Follow us along for the journey. We're actually making good progress on it, and I don't know how much longer we're going to keep going, but at some point soon I'm going to put this on my sister Fasffy stream and hope that it doesn't break, but we'll see. We'll see if it does. Yeah, okay, so behind this element, but in front of the jar, I want to render this image. Let's see. That's probably enough. Let's start with that. We'll start with that. I shouldn't have cancelled it before. Like, I think the result that we had before we just was like, let's do it different, probably would have worked. Yeah. So where are we at? With fork, this is going to have to get checked in, but we won't do that yet. Let's let it think and finish. Yes, let's accept. And now we'll rerun. And we'll see. This is another thing I don't like about Blazor. How long it takes to see your changes. All right, that totally didn't work. That's ridiculous. What went wrong? We should have read this one before accepting it. Also, writer just straight up doesn't like it. Absolute left translate. How big is the image? Okay, so we are going to go back. Uncle Bubba, thank you for the follow. Welcome along. How's it going? There's so many people, like, this is the thing. There are so many people who are just, like, sitting here enjoying the stream without, you know, jumping in and saying something. I really appreciate you all being here. And I really appreciate you liking what we're doing enough to decide that you want to follow along for future stuff. We've got a lot planned, so it's awesome to have you here. And really, we're just getting started. We haven't been doing this very long at all. And so, yeah, this community is thriving. Thank you for joining me for the journey. If you have any ideas or suggestions, please, you know, chime in if you think something's cool, and there's a good chance we'll do it if it's a really great idea. And the other thing I would just say is, like, if you want to learn, and if I'm doing something that doesn't make any sense, or you want to understand the different tools I'm using or stuff like that, I would encourage both of you, both Aiden and Uncle Bubba, either of you are welcome to ask questions at any point as we go. But yes, let's, in front of the jar, I want to render this image. The image should just be slightly larger than the number in the coin count text div. In the coin count text div. Bubba, hi bro beans in chat. Hope everyone is having a wonderful, blessed day. We absolutely are. I'm having a great time. There's been like this stream keeps growing and growing and growing. I'm like thrilled to have you following, by the way. Bubba, that's so good. Just this stream, there's been so many freaking subs and bits and follows. It's been really, really, really worth just jumping on. I'm gonna have to make sure I do Saturdays more often. This has been awesome, guys. All right, where are we at? All right, we are. Yeah, again, this is annoying me that isn't in the class, so we're gonna refactor that ourselves. But let's rerun and see what we get. We're gonna probably get something that's still broken, but not as broken as it was. That's better. That's much better. But it still needs to be much smaller. And so does the text, honestly. I think like we can probably... Let's convert this into a class. Yeah. We'll convert that into a class. CS class in the styles section. And then we can work on making it a little bit smaller, which just definitely needs to happen. I mean, this tape also, this is going to be the, yeah, I mean, the width and height thing, it's a good move. I don't know why it has such a trouble doing this. That is not what I wanted. Why did it bother moving the actual class? I did want this, but I didn't want the rest of that, so rejected. But we can just do this. Number tape. Let us see. Class is this. And now, in our number tape, let's go have a squiz. That centers it. This width, let's make it like smaller, like 80. And I think also I probably want to change the coin count text, its size. That might also be here, but let's first confirm and run. Hey, nice use of the emote, Uncle Bubba. We've got some cool ones, but more ones coming. I need to make some more emotes as well, hey. Jar tester, increase, decrease. Yeah, let's, the other thing though, with this thing, it needs to actually wrap around the jar too. Keep the curvature of the jar in the image. Make sure the tape keeps the curvature of the jar. Yeah. Recti dropping the hearts. Hell yeah. Night Streamer, your podcast was really good the other day. Very interesting. Thanks, man. I'm glad you guys like it. Did anybody else like the podcast thing? How do I like being in the house with Fasffy and Dev? Oh, I am absolutely loving it being here, guys. Like how to explain it? I just spent all of my time and energy when I was back in Brisbane working, and now I have people around me, and it makes such a big difference. It's a great house to be in. I get to share the cost of rent with other people, and I get to be created, like be surrounded by people who are always really, really creative. Hey, Voodoo! You're rating with 11 viewers. Welcome, dude. We were talking about you earlier. Welcome, Raiders. How's it going? Wink, 2 times if you need to be rescued. Thanks, Sly. I don't. I'm just going to be like this for the rest of the stream. Eyes open without... How do I shout out Voodoo in his stream? You guys absolutely should go check him out sometime. So I'm not blinking because I want to stay. I'm loving it here. Yeah, dude, we were talking about you. We were talking about how we have to have you along for this, for the land that we're going to do. We might have to get you away from Canberra. I know how much you freaking love it there, but maybe an in-person land for some, I don't know. I'll have to talk about it with Fast, but I feel like if we're going to be doing a Diablo LAN, it's got to be an actual LAN. You have to be local to have a local area network game. Did you ever play the old like Lord of Destruction games, Voodoo? They were so good. I spent so much of my youth doing that. So did Fast, and so did Castell actually. So like we're talking about maybe like reliving that a little bit, and you're playing, you were the one who was like, hey, you have to come play Diablo with me. So now you probably played 5,000 to 10,000 hours of Diablo 2. Okay, well, then I'm going to be the noob in this whole thing because you all have way more hours than me. Maybe, actually, I don't even know. Maybe I do have that number of hours. I played it a lot. Played it a lot as a kid. Good to have you along, Voodoo, though. If you can make that, that'll be awesome. I think that'll be a really fun stream. All right, so let's go. Now just render the tape with no jar. The curvature, I mean, it's got the curvature. This is good. I like what it did, but it's done it in the wrong direction, hasn't it? Let's just let it have another shot at this. Because the curvature needs to be like that. It needs to go from down to up, and that one went in the wrong direction. We could also just go back and flip it. The swear jar's going pretty good, man. Have you ended your stream yet, Voodoo? Is your stream still going? If your stream is still live, even after the raid, I'll tune it into you, and you can say some swear words, and maybe it'll be hilarious. I think that's not a bad plan. So let me see. Maybe that one... This is definitely better than the last one. It should be over now. Have you hit stop streaming yet? If not, let me know. Stream is donezo now. You'd break my jar. You probably would. You probably would, and it would be hilarious. That would be worth a clip. It would be worth a clip on your stream, I would say, if we had you come along and break the jar. You know what? I like this one. Oh, do I like this one better? Maybe I like that one better because the gray edges match the gray edges. So we're going to do this. I'm going to flip it and reverse it. Missy Elliott style. Is it Missy Elliott? I don't know. Probably. Yo, Seb, your art is looking great now. Dude, I mean, I don't know how much credit I can take for it. A lot of it is, like, you guys just saw the process. A lot of it is AIing, which, you know, it still kind of counts, but, like, also I feel like taking full credit for it. It's an art form in itself, learning to do the AI art, but at the same time, so let's see, we'll rotate 180. Now we've got it facing the right direction for our jar. And while we're here, we may as well just like crop it in. May as well. I think, what's the image trim is the way to do this. Image trim. And we'll get rid of the empty pixels. Trim, top left pixel color. Trim the transparent. Hey, we got a follow here from Lyhux. Cool name, man. Reminds me of like Linux with the name. I like names that like have that UX and the L in them. That's like, it's a cool look. It has a cool silhouette. But welcome to the stream and thank you for the follow. Great to have you here. You know it's AI, but still, yeah. I feel like the outcome is sometimes more important than the means. It's the journey, it's the destination, not the journey, but it's also kind of the journey, not the destination in some ways. I think making art is also really good. Yeah, you're right, Night Streamer. I would totally run this on her stream, but at the same time, I don't think, yeah, like you were saying, she's probably not going to be a person who swears very much at all. So, yeah, we'll probably not get any good testing from her. So, but I think about there. All right, sweet. Now let's export that as PNG. Who needs Photoshop, right? Not this guy. And let's pull this into here. Actually, no, we pull it into here. Images. It's not renamed, but let's copy the name. That can go here. And then we can replace the file. Hopefully, yep, replace. And now let's rerun. Rerun this. Voodoo, you think you can actually get Lisa to swear? I don't think I've heard Lisa swear once. She's too nice. Too nice of a person to do that. You're pretty impressed that the app runs in the browser? Yeah, you're right, Jess. The really cool thing, when do I need test subjects? Soon. Very soon, Lucario. Very soon I'll need them. Already we've used a few people as test subjects. We used Bert. We used, who else was it? We used, what was the name of that streamer that did a bunch of League of Legends stuff? We've used Ali. Ali was a great test subject. She's been such a good sport. Ali was like, you know, you don't have to tell her to swear at all. One time when we did the stream, I left it running for like an hour after the stream, and I came back and she'd said like 60 swear words, and like it was less than half an hour. It was crazy how much she swore. Yeah, Shady, that's right. Play it Shady. But Alithia is a fantastic test subject. The cool thing about this, to answer your question there, who had the question about when we need Lucario? We'll use this on your stream. Like as soon as, if you're live, all I need to do is change this to like, if I did this and I went Lucario NT, this would automatically just work on your stream, right? Which is, yeah, it's pretty neat. It's a great way to, the fact that this just runs like that. And when I put this up as a website, anybody's going to be able to use this, which will be really cool. As long as it's not, you know, the downside of the project that we're doing now is it actually takes a fair bit of compute power to get the AI to work. So running it might be expensive. I think if we really want to get this thing off the ground, all the donations you guys are putting in might go into like running the server for the first time. And then, you know, maybe that gets, You're streaming later, likely Warzone, and you'll swear a lot. Awesome. If you happen to start streaming, Lucario, before I'm done with my stream, can you please head back here and let me know, and then I'll run this on you, and we'll see how well it works, okay? Because we absolutely need more test subjects, and willing victims is perfect, so thanks. All right. Why has our image not changed? Maybe the browser is still caching it. FTP? What do you mean? What do you mean, Fizz? Is FTP an acronym for something other than File Transfer Protocol? I may not be aware of this acronym. If so, that needs to rerun. Let's see. Is that doing the animation again every time I come back to the tab? No, it's only when I refresh it. Yep. Also notice this, guys. All of the coins are shaking now. They weren't doing that before for some reason. Oh, it's because of the first render. It's not but if I do that, they all shake. Yeah, we'll have to work on that some other time. No worries at all. You need to go shower, get a monster, and might stream early as you have nothing else to do. Awesome. We'll use you as the test subject for while we're still working on this, Lucario. And thank you for the volunteer. I really appreciate it. When I gave this a go, I just used the browser built into speech to text. Right, but that only works in Chromium browsers, though it does solve the compute issue. Yeah, it definitely solves the compute issue to like offload it into everybody's like computers to do the... But at the same time, this is a bit different from speech to text. It's actually, I mean, I guess it's not. The fact that the browser is doing that successfully is pretty cool. I'd be interested into looking into what that is, Justin Guy, because maybe we can do a free version and then a paid version with like better... Because one of the cool things you can do with Blazor is WebAssembly. So I can write really complicated C# and then run that in the front end, not the back end. At the moment, it's all running in the back end, but yeah. So that jar is there. Where is our... We've got our tape. There's the tape. The tape in the preview is the right tape, but it's the wrong tape here, which tells me I need to there we go. Hard refresh. Good stuff. Now we're in business. So now we can work on our tape and get it looking better. So where are we? Where are we? There it is. There we go. That's way better. And then this can go down there. How big do you guys think it should be? Probably bigger than that, right? About that big? Is it too curved? It might be a little bit too curved. We can uncurve it. Do we still have it open? Yeah, we do. So image, let's see. Edit, transform. There's a warp in here somewhere. Is it skew? Image, transform. Oh, where is it? I mean, this is the feature I'm after. Edit, transform, warp. Why is it not? Select the layer first. Okay. Edit, transform. Yeah, warp. That's the one. We can warp it like that. And then center it a little. And then if we export, now rename, copy path. We do need to actually just rename that, don't we? That, and then replace. Replace. Good. Okay. So, Night Streamer, your podcast looks good to film on Twitch, but it will also have a natural fit sitting on YouTube. You could split the YouTube up with timestamps if you want to, I think. You know what? Actually, it's a great point, and to preempt that, if you did want to check this out again, we actually are up on YouTube. Would you believe? And also, so we've got the whole haircut stream if you guys care about that. But look, here we go. Right there. I'll paste this in chat for you in case you want to look at it later. But there's the whole thing. What do you think, guys? Did you guys like the... How did everybody enjoy the podcast? Was it a good podcast? Would you guys want to see more people like that in future? And yeah, actually, look at that. Stream Elements is linking straight to the... Man, Goldie, look at you setting it up to like show all the really, really cool things that we're able to do with like YouTube. Man, that's such a cool feature. I got to try that. Hold on. Though I think it's going to show the haircut one. The dev interview is also up there. And I 100% mean to make it a series, but only if you guys really want to see it. So, I mean, what do you think, guys? We could do more of this kind of content where we build things. We could do more gaming content, and we could do more interview content. But yeah, the interview thing takes a little bit more time to arrange and set up. So if you guys care about that content, you'd rather see that, or you'd rather see more of that, can I get a 1 in the chat? If you think you'd rather have more like just like straight up dev content, give me a 2. How about that? So 1 in the chat for more dev interviews, 2 in the chat for more like just developing itself. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I say everything everywhere all at once. Yeah, it can be a bit like that. 3, a healthy microphone of all. Mix of all. Well, 4, more haircut streams. But you're going to have to wait for the hair to grow. That's the thing. We could do more haircut streams, but I feel like there's a limit to the number of haircut streams you can productively have. Maybe we'll have to find other people willing to volunteer to get their hair cut. I noticed that Cray came along for a hair, to watch their haircut stream. I think potentially Cray might be somebody that we can rope into having his hair cut. That could be fun. That could be really fun. Barber Fass coming along for a whole new career change. All right, well, we don't have any 1s in the chat, so maybe we won't be doing more dev interviews. That said, I'm really glad you enjoyed it. I'm really glad. So who was it that said they really enjoyed it? This was Night Streamer. Night Streamer, I'm really glad that you thought that. Okay, so we've got some 1s, some 2s, some 3s, but they're all from Fizz. So Fizz wants everything. Burlap, you want more? Jess, you want more? Variety is good. I agree with you, but I also don't want to create content that you guys don't want to see as the thing. That's going to be the... I'm really trying to make sure that I create things that you guys find engaging. That's going to be the trick. That's absolutely going to be the trick. Okay, so I feel like that didn't work quite so well. Let's warp it again. So we need the layer selected, which is why that wasn't going. We're going to warp this, and I think we need a little bit more bulge to the side. Edit, transform, warp. So we're going to have to... Maybe distort might even be the better way to do this. That goes more in here. This goes more out there. Same here. That's the bad thing about not working with symmetry. Let me pull this up and stick it to the side so we can see it as we go. It needs to feel like... What's the curve like? It's kind of like that. Yeah, so it needs more compression. I don't know if that's the right word, but feels right. Needs more compression like this. So maybe I shouldn't have changed those handles at all. Just needs to be more like that. And then this needs to be more out like that to get the right curve. Oops. That's annoying. Now I have to rewarp. Oh, that sucks, but... Oh no, I lost it. We're going again. The podcast could be divided up into YouTube shorts, which are more likely to go viral. You're absolutely right, Night Streamer, but I'm so time poor. I need to go back and do that. There's been somebody really, really amazing called Finley, who's a really cool personality. I'd like her to maybe help produce some of the podcasts in future. If she's interested in doing it, then it might be the case that it can get a lot more love. I don't have the time to go through the whole podcast and break it up into shorts. That said, Night Streamer, you are by far the #1 contributor to doing clips. And those clips can transfer into shorts really, really easily. And I think what you can even do right now is you can go back through the Twitch podcast. If you made clips, then all I have to do is click one button in order to export them to YouTube as shorts. And you're absolutely right. They could go more viral. So I don't have the time to put that kind of like love into it yet. I hope to have more time down the line or to find somebody to help me do it. But if you guys end up making clips in like more clips is better. More clips inside of this process right now where we're doing, we're creating things, or even during the interview. If somebody says something interesting during a future interview, if you clip it, it will be very quick for me to just export it as a short. So what if I don't know what I want to see? Well, then Penny, you just, when you figure it out, you let me know and I will do my best. If not, just come along for the ride and I'll do my best anyway to make entertaining content. Goldie, your grammar's fine. I've never had any problem with your grammar. Why are you asking for grammar forgiveness? None needed. A little more bulgy. Absolutely, we still need more bulge. What type do I want to see? Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. Like, I'm sure you probably have an opinion, Penny, and I really want to account for what you guys want. Excuse me. What we said about the trade war in gaming is something that could potentially go viral in the YouTube shorts. That's a really cool idea, Night Streamer. If it's, I don't know if that, like, I don't want to like, feel free to just be like, no, because I can try and go back and find time to do this. But if you can go through, I don't know how this new clipping feature works in Twitch, but if you were to clip that in Twitch, I can click one button to export the clip into a YouTube short, and that would just be like, you might absolutely be right about that. And I can absolutely try and get that short out there. But that's a really easy way to do it because you've been doing such an amazing job with those clips so far anyway. Keep in mind, it's only 1 minute, 30 seconds per clip. Yeah, you're right, Goldie. But I do feel like he's right. There is like a really short, interesting snippet there that could be taken out and could turn into something interesting. When you look at tactical shorts, pick one out every now and then. You're absolutely right. I mean, I feel like all the shorts can go out there and then the ones that succeed will succeed and the ones that don't, and that's totally fine. We'll just see what happens with it. All right, back to the warping. Selecting here, edit, transform. I mean, I could also distort. I think, nah, let's stick with warp, give it another shot. These go in. That goes there. That goes there. These handles go in. That handle goes in. This comes out as well. And now the same thing here, right? We're just kind of compressing the whole thing. Have I done that a little further on this side? A little too aggressive? And then if I drag that across and this across, we're getting somewhere now, I think. That might be more the shape that we're looking for. Don't you think? I'm trying to, like, in my brain, trying to brain this across here. Yeah, I think this is good. Let's export that. Export PNG. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Let's copy the name here just so that we so we don't have to bother renaming. Save that. That goes here. What happened there? Because there's two files now. PNG. No, thank you. Just the one. The other thing is sometimes I feel like just prompting the AI to fix it might be a fast path to a solve for this as well. And yeah, there we go. I think the warping there is way better. And now if we adjust our position. Yep, the tape. Bring it back up. Sorry if I've been blocking some of the CSS here, guys. Okay, with this in mind, that goes here, and it can go smaller. Now I feel like it's looking better. The curve is more like the curve of the bottom. Let's see, a little higher. Yes, there we go. Yep. Ship it. That goes here. What was our width? 62 in the end. And now we just need to make our text a little bit lighter so that it fits in better. It's a real problem in Fasffy's stream where the chat moves away faster and I struggle to stay on topic. Hence why I type faster and make spelling mistakes. Yeah, it can be like that, Goldie. Though I think if I implemented that thing where your stuff got read out, and then I might be a bit behind what chat is saying, but at the same time, like I'd get to every message eventually, and so you could just take your time with messages. Night streamer. Okay, hold on. I want to pay attention to this because Right, I found it a bit hard to find clips in the podcast because of the time frame limits of the Twitch clips. Yeah, well, the Twitch clips don't enable you to, if I understand this correctly, they don't enable you to clip it all at one, like you can't find multiple time segments, you have to have one contiguous time segment, right? And that's going to make it really hard. Yeah. So I totally understand you, Night Streamer, but I appreciate your effort anyway. It's a really, it's a really big thing that you do that and that you make those clips. And anybody who wants to make the clips, I really appreciate it too. It helps out so much, and thank you. Okay, yeah, mine isn't from time to time, but it's pretty frequent. You don't make, you're being too hard on yourself, Goldie. It's fine. Yeah, Night Streamer's right. Your chat is A-okay. You are good to go, man. Do not be worried. Do not be worried. Yeah, you set the pace, man. That's it. Yeah. Let's have some love in the chat for Goldie. It's all good, Goldie. You have nothing to worry about, man. Okay, so this we're going to reduce that as well. It's cool that the text is coming up there with the channel points and using some channel points, Danish. Okay, the other day someone asked me if I was Dutch. If I had a quarter for every tourist that's mixed up Denmark and the Netherlands, our language is from the same tribe, but that's where the comparison ends. It is similar. If I spoke Dutch here, Danish, I don't think you'd be able to understand. Did I see Bruder Took in the chat earlier? Is he around? Because he'd understand if I spoke Dutch, but I think there's a few Dutchies here. But yeah, Danish and Dutch, the accents do sound quite similar. They absolutely can. Okay, so this text this needs changing. Also, I don't like that it's now inline again. What happened there? That's pretty weird. Is that even the text? Because no, this is the text here, the coin count text. We're going to have to inline this just because it annoys me. And so it could be no, it's not the width that we want to change for that. What do we want to change in order to get this text smaller? It's the font size. What do you guys think? Is that probably good? 3 rem? And then we can move it around again. 3 rem. What happens when this number becomes large too? Because it can get to 100 as it stands. It still fits. It still fits. That's not bad. I don't know that we even need to warp it just yet. We could try doing the warp, but that's a little bit too much polish probably. All right, let's go with 3 rem. And what was our position? 13%. 13%. And the color in our reference art, let's see if I can pull it up. In our reference art, it looked pretty decent pink like this, don't you guys think? That might be a vibe. What if we make its color the same pink as the lid? So this pink here. So that can get painted. So we'll go for this pink here. See how it looks like that. Probably did need a whole rerun for that, but see, yours seem fine to me. Dutch is Western Germanic. Danish is Northern Germanic from what I can remember. Yeah. You know, even English is a Germanic language. There's so many different languages that have their etymology that can be traced back that way. Okay, that's looking decent, wouldn't you say, guys? I think we're onto something. I think maybe I'm even okay with the text shadow like that. Though I want to center it more. Though this could be the gray. Maybe I don't know. What do you guys think? This surrounding white? That looks very good. Yeah, great. Glad you guys think so. I do maybe want to spend a little bit of time bending it, because it's that little bit of, although it's polish and like too much polish too soon can be bad. Yeah, it's getting there. It is getting there. The next thing we need, guys, is if you guys have any idea how we could make the text, like the swear words themselves. Yep, that's working. That's working. I'm liking it. What do you think? Should we bother trying to warp the text, or is it just fine as it is? Am I being a little bit too perfectionistic if I bother with that? Yeah, I was thinking that too, Goldie. You mean the fade around it? Yeah, so that's what happens when it's on Ali's stream. Yep. Fills up pretty fast. Fills up pretty quickly. Let's see. We could do something like this. I think this is not a bad color to try and get the fade. We'll see how that looks. I really wish I was in React sometimes. Changes like this, they propagate through and React so much quicker. Nah, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Absolutely not. No. Undo. It was a good idea. I was thinking the same thing, Goldie. But no, I don't think so. So that's what an hour of Ali's stream looks like. Yes, indeed. No. Yeah, it was better before. I had the same thought though, Goldie. I was looking at going like, maybe I should do this, but no, I think like this. Maximus! Maximus Dankias. Dude, cool name and welcome. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. It's like I say this every time, but having people following right now is the most important thing that can happen. I care as much about that as I do about subs. So thank you. Because right now we're growing. We're in growth phase. We're trying to like increase the number of coins in the jar, so to speak. That's where we're at. But yeah, we're trying to build a following. We're trying to build a community. Right now, we're building cool tools to help my sister Fasffy swear less and have a more interesting stream. But at the end of the day, we're going to be making computer games here together. So like, come along for the journey, man. Like, thank you for joining in and for following. I really appreciate it. And if you have any questions while we work, because we're doing some pretty technical things here, we're doing a lot of code. If you have any questions related to code, please like speak out and ask, because I want to be teaching here as much as like building things. And then the other thing I would say is if you just ask any questions, and thank you for following, I guess. Yeah, cool to have you along. Shall we try putting this as an overlay just to see what it looks like, guys? I reckon this is going to be starting to look pretty good. So let's see. Test jar. And there it is, guys. There it is as an overlay. Though, is everybody noticing that the 10 is higher on... Yeah, it's higher there. Why would that be rendering inconsistently? That's annoying. It should be rendering consistently. It's not centered. Why? If I scale this, it stays centered, right? So it's not scale. Maybe it's OBS's browser handling stuff differently. Maybe it's handling scale differently. That's annoying. Because I want my IDE, I want my development environment to look the same as the... I want this to look the same no matter who's using it, no matter what browser they're using. That's the goal for this. It's because I use transform in my CSS instead of the normal positioning. That shouldn't matter though. That really shouldn't matter. Translates... You could be right, just some guy, but that seems odd. Yeah. Change the shadow blur to be more solid. We can definitely do that. If I make that like 4 pixels instead of 8, it'll be a lot less, it'll be more solid. It's a bit of fun. The YouTube algorithm threw some of Fasffy's VODs at me yesterday. Hell yeah. I've been trying to help Fast with her VODs, by the way, Danish. So yeah, I'm really working on getting that better, and I'm trying to learn how to do good stuff, like create good content for myself as well. So it's cool that it's like it's working and you're getting a bit exposed. The one where her and the gang played Pummel Party, and my word, there was a lot of cussing. Yeah, it happens. It happens. I don't know that one, and I can't claim any credit for having contributed to that video, Danish, but yeah. It's not centered. Correct. I'm not sure why I did that. I'm really not sure why I did that. We're going to have to... Let's rerun it and find out. Let's rerun it and find out. So decrease the coins, increase the coins. Let's click it to over 100 and see what happens, so it's not like overflowing or anything. I might just have to like change the... Nine 100. All right, we're just gonna have to change the transform a little. Let's first do it in the CSS. Figure out what looks good. I do think a little bit more fade works. So let's like go 6 while we're at it. And then let's have a look. So we could also just decrease the size of the text. That's an option. So like 3.5, that doesn't, 2.5, I mean. And then we can position this in a way where it works for both, maybe. I mean, let's try that. 2.5, 27. Maybe that makes it a little more forgiving. I really don't want it to like render differently though. Honestly, that's an annoying thing. If the rendering is inconsistent, that's one thing I hate about the web, guys. Does any other web developers in here feel the same way? Because that's fairly annoying. Fairly annoying. Is it because... No, okay, hold on. I think maybe Raby might have handled that one. Yeah, he does an amazing job. That, like, to be fair, like, I have done bugger all to contribute to Fasffy's channel compared to Raby. That man, like, does heaps. I'm just, like, now that I'm here talking with Fass, I'm having ideas and we're talking about things, and it's, Raby is the man for this stuff. It's, yeah. You cannot hold a candle to the contributions that guy has made to Fasffy and her career and her life. He's been really, really amazing for her. Helped so much. Okay, that's still not working. Oh, this is going to be annoying. That it's not centered, it bothers me. We're going to have to move it down in a way where it breaks for us, but it works for the other thing. Where is it? It would be... We need to move it down, right? So... This is painful that I have to do this. I gotta think like why it would render differently. Positioning's absolute. It can't be the scale. Like, we're not transforming size, we're just transforming scale. Maybe you're right though. Maybe we... I mean, where is it otherwise? Where does it appear if I get rid of the transform? Top and left, I could try and position like this. I don't like it, but that would be one way. If it is transform, you might be right. You absolutely might be right. We're going to explore it. I'm going to explore the idea. It's just some guy. I think you've always had really good suggestions, so we're going to try that. So we'll get rid of translate. We'll use the top to position it. So that can go. This can be. Is that what we had? Yeah, let's try that. It's kind of cool that I can show this to you guys as an overlay while I work, right? That's not a bad way to work at all. What do you guys think about the shadow underneath it? Should I remove the shadow? That little like pink outline thing? Could get rid of it. Might be better without. No. Possibly. Okay. Still, I think different, right? Its position is still different. Shadow is nice, but can you add some transparency to it? Yeah, we can do that. GBA. What is it? 255.2. Probably that. It's a good idea. It's just some guy coming in clutch with the suggestions. Very nice, man. I don't know how I got Fasffy's shorts in my YouTube shorts. 90% of my YouTube algorithm is boring geopolitics and history stuff. And every now and then a Fasffy short. It's a good question. I like Night Streamer. I don't even know how those algorithms sometimes figure out what people want to watch. It's super interesting. So the other thing I could maybe do here, it could be that this needs to be, where is our test jar? Needs to be refreshed. No, that's not working. We need to refresh the cache. I don't know why the positioning is different. That seems a mystery to me, and it's going to be very annoying if it looks good in a normal browser and then Stream Elements' browser messes with its position. I think it's a little bit better, but not by much, right? Not by much. We'll see what we can do. Shouldn't it be like just some guy? I mean, the idea was that it is white. The fade out is intended to be a little bit white. And now with that alpha, like you can hardly see it, but like we can try those values to make it a little bit gray. We also had a suggestion from Goldie to say that the gray could be a good look, but if I go 30, 30, 30, and then 2, 5, we'll see what it looks like. But it didn't look as awesome as me and Goldie thought it would when we first tried. But we'll see. Always willing to try something. So there it is. There it is with the gray. I think the white still works a bit better. Maybe. So what do you think, guys? Should I do a poll? 2-minute poll. White or gray? White or gray for... White or gray, what's it called? White or gray shadow. A, white. B, gray. Let's run it for 1 minute. Start that poll. The gray ain't bad, but I think the white is the vibe. And maybe like that it's transparent. Let's make this 10 and reduce that transparent, make it a little bit more opaque. Rerun the thing. White, you think too? Yeah. My intuition and also Goldie's intuition, just some guy, was that like it might be good as gray, but when we actually tried it, it just didn't look as good. We had the same thought though, so it's not an unusual thing to have. You're right on the money when thinking that. Since Fasffy is a pun machine and known as a prankster, a quick comeback line would be, "Why I otter." True. White won out with 4 votes. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I mean, yeah, it's just detailing. Maybe an outline, like a text outline of gray might work. Like a hard outline instead of... that's, yeah. I mean, can you do multiple text shadows? I mean, that might not be a bad idea. We can try something like this and then make that gray. At the moment, it's just going to be black, but we'll see what it looks like with hard edges. Yeah, right. Yeah, I see what Just Some Guy is saying. If it's not faded, if it's just like a hard outline, that might actually be way better. And then we can make that match the other color, and then it will be more it won't be incongruous. It'll fit a lot better. Come on, Blazer, with the restart. Yeah, you're right, Jess. Good idea. We might be able to do both. Yeah. The other thing is, to maintain consistency, I think that color should also be on the outline of our label. So let's go see if we still have that open in, no, not that. If we still have it open somewhere, I'm sure we do. Maybe we don't. Ah, that's annoying. So that can probably be every instance of 1 pixel could be 5 pixels. That might be better. The black outline looks a bit patchy. Yeah, it did. It did. I'm thinking by making it bigger, it might not be such an issue. And then we'll just have to, once this is up and running again. Hold on, that's the wrong. Yeah, that's what it looks like now. I want to go and replace this outline color, guys. This border. I think it really needs to, where is, whoa. Fork is not looking good when it's in a tiny window. This outline needs to match the outline. And look how bad it's rendering on our overlay. On our overlay, that doesn't work at all. Oh man, no. Okay. This did not work. So let's just dial it back in a little and see what if we just go 2. So it wasn't just the stream overlay. Yeah, it's some weird, because honestly this outline it seems like a bit hacky, but if it works, it works. Half the time CSS is just hacky solutions. That's how it goes. Rerun maybe. I hate how you have to tell it to do it twice. Isn't that annoying? My intuition tells me that Goldie is amazing. Don't need no intuition for that. We've got hard evidence. Hard evidence, Armando. Okay, that... Are we willing to accept that? I don't know if we are. I think maybe our Stack Overflow solution has led us astray here. I don't know, guys. I don't know. So far, I don't like it. CSS outline text. Let's see if there's more solutions, because this is the one that we just used, right? But maybe there are better ones. Don't like the idea of using animation for that. I mean, this is an approach. This is pretty close to what we already have, right? Is that this? Though I think also we're going to want to do the same replacement here, make it a little better. Let's see if that works any better. Wright is also pointing out that all these zeros don't need to be explicitly listed as pixels. And I'll boot the music up again, because sorry that switched off. And then the other thing is we'll need to make that color, the color that we want. Well, that text color is okay. We've already decided on that. We need to get that color to be the one from the outline here. Once it's up and rejoined. There's a CSS just for outline. It's WebKit, but well supported. WebKit text stroke. Why didn't that come up in our results? Oops. I mean, cool. If that just works, that just works. That's cool. I mean, yeah, let's try it. Text stroke, unknown CSS property. I mean, Mozilla seems to think it's known. Maybe we should be doing the WebKit one. All right, and while we're at it, let's just get our colors right. Where is that? It's here. And that color. We want you back. That can stick around. All right, have another shot at that. Thank you for the just some guy, dude. You're pretty interesting. You're an interesting guy. You have a lot of productive solutions a lot of the time. I really appreciate you coming along and helping out every time you're here, man. You're legit. I like it. Okay. Not bad. Let's let this finish running. Oh God, that's very early. Armando, what time zone are you in? That's super early. Yep, that works. I'm even comfortable putting that up to more pixels. Dude, just some guy. You know what? We can just like, how about like you just when I'm finished, just some guy you can stream and I'll raid you with the audience and you can just solve all of the problems. You can do that because honestly, this is your stream at this point. You're coming up with so many freaking solutions. Every time I run into a problem, you're just like, just do this thing. Or here's a better way to do that. Dude, you're a legit web dev. Very cool. Very cool. This is a way better solution than the one that we were looking at before. No, 4's too much. Maybe 3. Just some guy, yeah. I mean, good to have his help. Good to have his help. Just some guy, have you done any game dev as well? Because we're like right now we're doing web dev. This is not my forte. I'm actually not a web developer. I'm a game developer. If we switch across to that, it would be no way you'd get in front of the camera. I'm not a web developer, but we're going to be doing more game dev. I'm curious if like when we switch to that, you know, you'll are you as experienced in that area? Okay, this is looking good. I'm going to go and change. Well, actually, is it looking good on the... In Stream Elements, it's still not looking good. We could do something interesting where we rotate the text a little so that it looks a bit more scuffed. It's supposed to, right? We should also change this to a font that looks handwritten. Yeah. But first, we're going to check in our code so far. So this text here... Change this text to use a font that appears more handwritten. Let's do that because that's a good. You started mobile game years ago, but making the levels was too time consuming for a hobby. You do web dev and other stuff for work. What was it? What did you use to build the mobile game? Just some guy. Fass has our very own handwritten font. Just ask her. Done. Where's my phone? Hold on. We're gonna Discord her. Here you have your own handwritten font. Let's see if we can we use that? Just some guy, you are going to love the stuff that we have planned. There's going to be, holy crap, that's a lot of changes for... Why don't want to change the whole thing? Let's accept it and see what the diff is. What's it changed? Why has it changed it? That's the real question. Also, it totally broke it. No. Discard. Do not want. Bad GPT. Bad. Back there. We're not doing 4.0 again. After that terrible performance. Let's see if, well, we can try Sonnet 4, see if that's better. I haven't tried that yet, guys, but apparently it's pretty good. Yeah, just some guy you're going to like when we get to doing more Unity stuff. I don't know if you were you one of the people around when I did the game jam in Unity? That I felt like was very satisfying. You've gone live now, by the way. I'm still here. Okay, yes, I'm gonna put this counter running on. Hold on, let's do this. All right, guys, we're going to. Let's do it like this. This should be fun. All right, ready, Lucario? We are going to do this first. Like that. Lucario, let's see if our if in the background our code is spinning up. It is. It's absolutely up and running. It's warming up. Let's see if it starts to get text. I wonder if he's just chatting or not. Blank audio. Is there blank audio? We might actually have to go lurk over there. Let's see. Where are we? Okay, hold on. Blank audio. I wonder why. Unless I've given it the wrong stream name. Oh, it is blank audio. It's right. It doesn't lie. Okay. Well, that seems to be working. So what we can do is, just for fun, just for now, let's do this. We're going to add a new overlay for Lucario. The test jar can go. And we're going to add a browser source. How much do you swear usually, Lucario? We're about to find out. This here is Lucario's swear jar, guys. If/when he swears, we'll see it right there with the swear jar counter. Hey, Kero Simuzana. Sorry, Kero Simuanza. I'm calling you Kero. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that, man. It's so good to have somebody jump on and follow along. It's yeah, we're making an AI swear jar. We've been doing this not very long now. Hey, there we go. All right, hold on. I'm going to rerun this because I see Lucario is actually starting to say things now. So let's rerun it. And then we're going to have of course, it's going to be unhappy with as it reconnects to the server, but at the same time, it's going to reconnect. It'll get past the upbeat music, and then we'll be able to follow along with Lucario's swearing. I'm going to put that over the plan stuff because, yeah, we're doing well with our progress, but we don't need to see the rest of the plan things. We're better off seeing our Lucario swear words. Yep. All right, hold on. Let's spectate just quickly and see how he's doing. Lucario. NT, was it? Oh, I can't remember. Hold on. Yes, Lucario NT. We're going to see what he's up to. After the ads. Sorry, guys. We all have to deal with the ads, unfortunately. All right, here we go. And ready. All right, we're listening. He's got an accent. That'll be interesting to see how it deals. Any swearing? Yeah, there we go. Yeah! It worked. He said fuck and there it went. Oh, he swore it. It's doing well. It's doing well. Let's see. Lucario. It's, yeah. That's hilarious. Oh, that's 3. That's funny. It's pushing it down at the moment because I'm still rendering the swear words, so this is going to like go off screen. His stream is going to be a goldmine of coins. But see how now that it's like the delay in his stream and the delay in the rendering? Wait for it. Yeah, it's not that far. It's pretty close. All right, I'm gonna need to make some changes where I don't push the don't push the text down quite so much. But yeah, for another streamer, this works quite well. So I might we might have to make it time well, like have a delay. Let's see. He does swear a fair bit, and it's doing pretty well. Yeah. What did that catch? Can we see it? Lol. He does swear a lot. Oh, all right. That's getting added to the profanity filter for sure, because you shouldn't be allowed to say that. Wait, where was it? F asterisk. There we go. He said dickhead. That should get him. Yep. Okay, hold on. This is getting pushed off screen. I think if this is going to work, I need to... Yeah. We're going to have to restart Lucario's. Alright, hold on. So he swears a lot. Yeah, he's going to be a great test subject. I didn't realize how good of... I don't know if he's doing it intentionally, but that's perfect. Like, if we can test so well on him if he just swears like that the whole damn time, that'll be brilliant. So, good that he volunteered himself, guys. His streams are going to be a gold mine of coins. Absolutely. Don't know what is slipping through, but it seems pretty good on different voices. Yeah, it does a really good job, right, Jess? It would be cool if the swear word appeared with an animation like the word fuck, fades in and then explodes. That's such... Yeah, I think you're right, Just Some Guy. We need to do it like that. That's a great feature suggestion. Not just programming solutions, good feature suggestions as well from Just Some Guy. Hell yeah. Yeah, great idea. Great idea. I think he's a natural swearer. Yes, he does seem to be. So, all right, let's actually start to like... The number thing is looking good. Let's finish that off, and then after that, we'll get rid of those swear words, and then the next stream, I think we'll aim to push that text on screen in that way. So yeah, that totally works. That totally works. But we're getting to the end of this stream, I think, guys. Like we've achieved what we set out to do nearly. All of this, I think we can actually turn off the reported swear words. And where was we're populating that reported swear words list. Reported swear words was a field here. What was adding to that? Yeah, there it is. So this eventually we're gonna have to do something better with that. Reported swear words. Later we'll absolutely be able to do something cool and interesting with it. But for now, let's simplify. And we don't even need that current count anymore because it renders on the UI. So yeah, we'll simplify it just for a moment. And then let's finish this up because I feel like we're making really good progress. The next thing I want to do is I want stylistic consistency. I want this, we're going to go and like just quickly Photoshop this up to be a bit better. Where is it? Photopea. Open from computer. There we go. Now this color needs to match that color there. So, I mean, how do we even do this? That image, let's go. What's the grow? There's like grow selection. Grow. Image grow a little more. Is that growing at all? Select. I feel like that's not growing. Oh, maybe it is. What's the shortcut? Oh, it is just the tiniest bit. That's annoying. I wish I knew the shortcut for this. That would make this so much easier. It shows shortcuts elsewhere. All right. With that done, we need to... Let's see if we can get this right with colorize. What's it called? The hue and saturation might be a way to achieve this. He is definitely a natural swearer. You're 100% right. So, the hue, I think our saturation up. Does that look close enough to you guys? I think that's pretty good. About here, little less lightness. I'm going to stick with that. All right, and also, so you're all not sitting here in silence. Music again. Actually, I'm not hearing any of that. There we go. Yeah. All right, did we export? File, export, PNG. Yep, now that can go there. I can go, well, just delete this other one. Replace. I feel like that'll do what we need. Rerun. Just Some Guy, you're out. It's looking really good. Looking forward to seeing it on Fast's stream and a bunch of other people's streams. Just Some Guy, dude. Huge help again this time. Really appreciate all your input, man. Thank you so much for coming along and being there with the stream. Have a great night. I assume if you're on a Discord call, they will get caught swearing too. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Goldie. Right now, it's like, it essentially just like checks the entire stream for profanity. Any swear words that come up, they'll get flagged. All right. Let's open this up and then let's do the test again. No, we're doing that in. I like at first I was like, maybe that's a problem, but at the same time, I don't really mind it. I think that's not too bad. Jar tester. Yeah, okay. Jar tester's looking good. Increase the coins, decrease the coins. How do you guys feel about the curve? Should I tweak that any further or just call it a day? No, I think that's pretty good. Guys, this might be it. This might be the end of the stream. We might have hit our objective. I think we can call this a done task, which is absolutely fantastic. How cool. Let's just quickly, let's let it run on Lucario's stream a little bit before we we'll tune into Lucario's stream. We'll watch it at the same time and see how it goes. Just to wrap it all up. Let's see, Lucario. Good progress. I agree, guys. That was good progress this time. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Shall we take bets on how many times he swears in the next 5 minutes? Run a timer. Let's see, let's see. Ah! Didn't take long. Oh, God. That took like no time at all. One every 30 seconds? Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't take long. Boom. Oh, he's pricking our swear list? Oh, that's so good. That works so well. Takes no time. Oh, dude. He's such a good test subject for this. Uh-huh. There. This works too well. Is he doing this intentionally? Because he knows we're watching? Ready? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. One for every kill and one for every 2 deaths, I think. Oh, it didn't work. You missed one. Definitely missed one, guys. Got that one. Wankers is another one that I haven't considered. Wankers. Oh, no. We have wanker. We just don't have wankers. Too easy with this guy. We need it. Yeah, absolutely. We need it to, just some guy's suggestion was really good. It needs to like flash up as it happens. Hey, Dolly, welcome. The swear jar's going well. We're just wrapping up for the day. Today we put the number on the swear jar. Yeah. See, bell end, I don't know if that one should work. Lucario's listening to our chat too, guys. It's a gold monster. But it's doing some funky stuff with the green screen filter. So it doesn't look like it usually is, but it's gold. The green's getting filtered out. Yeah. You've got the white one. Well, Lucario, cheers. You're doing a great job of running the swear jar, by the way. You're up to 9. Didn't take long. Actually, way more than 9. 9 in the last, minute. Fantastisch. Yes. I can tell you're really good at it. You're quite good. But yeah, if you're on next time, I'm absolutely, with your permission, I'd love to continue to use you as a test subject. That worked quite well. So yeah, very good. But with that, guys, I think we're going to check in our code, which is the last step of our ritual. Yep, the time difference. You know what? I'm gonna write in your chat. Where is the? Yeah. All right, hold on. I'm gonna join Lucario's chat. Say thank you because that was great. On the side here. Wait. Heck yeah. You know what? That is absolutely a good idea. You guys good to watch Lucario play? Doesn't take long. It's working so well. Yep. He's absolutely right. We should be rating Lucario. What's his all right, the raid's happening. We made great progress. Before we do that, guys, oh wait, fucking 2 and second one, come on, yes. Oh man, can you imagine if he had to drop $1 for every time he did that? So good. Twat, is that on our list?
Don't start giving him ideas.
Twat. Yep, that can go in there.
Imagine if I had to put a pound every time I did this. I'd be skint. Harry's gonna make a big bang on me, yeah.
All right, guys.
You know what? I'd set up a stream one day where I do have a swear jar going, where I can use it to
Okay. All right. Let's check in all our code. Those extra profanity filter words. We'll just add these as we go. It's kind of bad practice to be like throwing those things in as we progress. But yeah, the anticipation is killing me. We're going soon, Burlap. Thank you for hanging around, by the way, Burlap. Oh, you're talking about the iteration the jar should explode when it overflows? Well, I feel like it won't take long. Like, look at, there's going to be more streamers than just Lucario doing this, right? Lucario's here, he's here just playing his game. I don't know how much he's turning on the swearing just for this stream. He might actually just be changing his usual patterns in order to make it work for us. But we'll see. It's it could. I already have a license for this. I encourage you guys to get Fork, by the way, and try Git. Git is amazing. But yeah, gee, that didn't take long. His swearing is like there's a lot. He's swearing a lot there. It doesn't take long for this to fill up with the right test subject. But that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Seems to be working pretty well. So the change we made here, guys, was we've added the number. Added tape with a number to the swear jar. Let's commit that. And the other thing I want to do is like, just some guy had a really cool suggestion. I quite liked it. Of like text that appears and goes like, whoa. The other thing that we said that we wanted to do, which wouldn't take too long, is change the font for a handwritten font. So I want to do that as well. That's going on the backlog. So let's get our heads up display up. He's just swearing away in the background there, isn't he? How to do. So the count on the swear jar, Ed's done. That can go in our done column. The other thing I want to do is we're going to. So I want to handwritten font for count. Count font. Yep. Handwritten count font. Yeah, I messaged Fass about it, Goldie. Hopefully she does come and like just hand that over to me and then I'll use that. But you know, sometimes like I don't know where it is. Is it hosted on the internet? I don't want to have to like, maybe I'll just include it with the files on the web server or something like that, but we can do that. But yeah, account for a handwritten font is a really good suggestion. The other thing, so that's done. The other thing that I think is what we're going to do next. And on the backlog, what I would like to do is I would like to have the swear word appear as the coin drops. So on screen with coin drop with swear word. Coin drop with swear word. That's what we're going to do next, guys. I think that's going to be the plan. Yes, absolutely. So that's the plan for this. And let's give Lucario a raid for him being such a good sport. Thank you for hanging around with me, guys. I really appreciate it. It's been a really fun stream and a quite productive one. That's been absolutely awesome. So thank you all for chilling out, hanging around on your Saturdays. There might be another stream tomorrow, depending on what Fast is planning to do. So let me see. Let's start the countdown as everybody readies up. So let me check it out. I think it could be a really late stream tomorrow, like in the AM potentially. Like 2 or 3 a.m. I might be jumping into to stream, but we'll see. We're absolutely going to see what happens. It might be like 1 to 3 a.m. potentially. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? We're going to find out. Gonna find out, guys. But yeah, with that in mind, let's play it out. It's too early for you? Yeah, that's okay, Goldie. If you can't make it, that's totally cool. I don't know. Oh, wow. Hey, look. Just at the end of this, have we just had a... I think we just had a... was it a follower? Yes! Let me figure it out. Well, thank you so much for the follow. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Let me figure it out. It's, this, you know... We're figuring things out all the time with this stream. So thanks. You're coming right at the end. So 5 seconds left. I appreciate that follow. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. If not, next week. Have a great night.
Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you, Seth, for the raid. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, best raid in the world. And funny enough, like I said, this is my, I think it's actually my first ever raid. If anybody doesn't know me, I'm Lucario. I was helping Seb out a minute ago with his stream, and there's our fast. Yeah, welcome in. How is everybody? Oh, teammate. Why is my teammate shooting me? Yeah, no, like I say, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Hope you're all well. Hope everything's good. Thoroughly enjoyed watching Seb stream. Now, I will say, if anybody has to raid and run, I won't hold it against you. But I will also say this. Since I started